I don't know if it's me or the owls, but I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear now?
Yep,
Hello?
thanks.
Great, thanks.
Four, I think four is better than
Four.
five.
4 or 5, because sometimes,
Okay.
you know, it's a one customer is the tables is small, no, it's not big, you know?
I know they're.
So it's, because the another size is the bar, it's like huge tables, is that kind of tables is the another size. It's for the another restaurants. The street is closed already, so it's only side work.
What about this structure, this enclosure?
You're real close to that fish and chips place.
Oh, yeah, it's
Kinda-
very close to fish
It's
and
kind of
chips.
hard to tell who's, you know.
Yeah, it's because it's a small six stores, it's very small.
Yeah, I know.
That's why she's suggesting 4 tables.
Yeah.
Instead of 5.
Five tables is enough for me.
No, yo creo que 4.
¿Tú crees que 4?
Yeah, yeah.
Bueno, que tú me des lo que tú.
Bueno, vamos a ver. Let's see how it goes.
Because you know what? Because it's so many customers, you want alone, you want a table, another alone.
All right, I'm
It's
gonna,
a families.
we'll give you the 5. Let's see how it goes.
All right.
All right? Hello. We still don't have quorum, but I know where it is.
Everybody's
So we have 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I know where it is. Yeah, you can draw it on that. Let's see. I'm gonna walk by and see. I'm not gonna not, I think we can approve it. Hello.
Hello.
So it's, he come with me.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
he's my son.
Uh,
Trying
Yeah,
to
we,
understand.
trying to
I'm trying to
understand.
understand what you got
You are allowed, but to have that structure up there,
here.
This orange structure, because that is.
to have the awning and those bars.
Yeah, because he says,
Are we going? Are we going?
Yeah,
now?
well, I'd let her do it.
Oh, wait, we're going right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do we need?
Sorry, yes.
You can come over here and point,
Okay.
please.
So you were explaining the structure having to be redone according to the new rules, right?
yeah.
So
Okay.
the tables are gonna be inside the structure, not like in here where it's outside, right?
Absolutely, yeah, we're in the process of changing this. The issue that's happened here is that when we took over the lease, the owner had explained to us, this is a historic building, obviously, on the historic corner of Stone and Pearl. Part of the outdoor dining that we've always had, or even the tables that we set up prior to
And they're
COVID,
small. I know, I live around there.
they told us that that was part of the building's actual like footage. And so we're trying to do the surveys and get the landlord to give us the actual like right footage so we can calculate with DOT how much we're gonna owe them. But we're definitely gonna reduce and change like that structure to go by the guidelines of DOT.
And,
You want more to go around.
okay, when you've done it, I want you to send us a picture of it so we can see it with the tape. So, I'm gonna give you your 5. They're small tables
all right.
and 2 chairs each, right, on the
Yeah.
table?
Be a certain size.
How big are the tables?
It's
No.
small, that's,
They're small square tables, yeah.
You don't know the dimensions.
We don't have the dimensions yet. We were waiting to see what DOT finally said about the footage.
Oh, okay.
We're, I don't know if she mentioned, but we're obviously one of the small businesses here in Lower Manhattan. We're struggling to keep our doors open. Lower Manhattan's obviously changing, so we're really relying on this to help us keep
Oh,
sales
hello.
so that we can try to stay afloat, you know?
Yeah.
Fill the buildings open,
So-
all that.
I have no
So, yeah.
trouble. We're gonna try it. Let's see how it works. I'll walk by because I live on the other side of Stone Street.
Oh, you're right there.
So I live on, off of William at 3 Hanover Square.
oh,
So I'm always around.
oh,
there,
you
so-
see, you know me.
Yes. So, I would like to approve this. Okay, everybody, Miriama, we're a small group, but.
Yes.
You, yes?
Yes.
We don't have- We've got 6, but.
I didn't hear enough, so I'll go with whatever you say.
Who's here? I know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but Pat's not voting.
Oh.
Okay, So, I need 7, so I need 1 more. But let's just approve it and then we'll figure it out, okay? So, when
Very
I'm
much.
questioning.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Good to go. I will be.
And you send us the pictures.
Oh,
so-
I have one more thing, your
Yeah.
hours, please.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I need your-
they're here, they're right
Yes,
here.
we haven't changed it, because it is más horas que está.
No, that's not it.
No.
It's the other one.
So these are your hours that you're gonna
Yeah.
have outside?
Yeah, that's why it's not a problem.
Okay, so what I need you to do is 77 per eight.
Yeah.
All right, so I need you to fill this out here. Here,
We got Joel.
and here, and then sign, notarize, and send it back.
Yeah. And send it back.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
actually,
Oh, it's upside down.
you don't have to let them do it.
No.
We're not.
No, that's why we are in and out.
We're not like the rest of Stone Street, yes.
Fine, fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, yes.
Please come visit.
Now, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna start with 86 Warren. Which is, the Warren Street Hotel. Well, first, I guess, Warren Street Hotel.
Warren.
Somebody here?
Anybody here for 86 Warren? Going once? Next?
Okay.
77 Warren across the street.
Yes.
71 Worth, Farah.
Hi, yes.
Let me just find your.
Here you are, here we are. We're gonna put it up on the board, hello.
Sunday, the June.
So I'm not clear on, you want 1 table? That's it?
I guess that's it.
Yeah, because it's a very small space.
Exactly, and we're not gonna, so first of all those structures are not there. Nothing, it's all gone. It's
Okay,
just the vestibule. So to the left of the vestibule, before you reach the Chase Bank, we're just looking to put 1 table for 4 people.
1 table for 4 people.
We realized that we don't really need it, but I think we already submitted it for this year, so we might as well do it. We have this,
Why not?
we have it's just the 1 table.
And you have a 10-inch clear path, so I mean, a 10-foot, you meet it.
It's
It's-
just, it's a big wide chain, so.
Let me look at your hours.
Sunday was,
Do we have,
Sunday time.
do we have,
It's right there. Yeah,
we don't have it?
it's 11 a.m., 11 p, 5 a.m. to 11. You want 11 p.m. on Sunday?
Yes, please.
So that's-
It's wine and beer, not like.
We go to 10.
Oh, we have given them that.
And then we.
Sunday, we're gonna change the for to
We
peak,
want it
correct?
10, fine.
and
Sunday.
No, that's AM.
Yeah,
No,
we-
there's a mistake, there's a
Oh, yeah, yeah,
typo.
so it should be
It's
10.
supposed to
We
be.
like it to be 10 p.m. on Sunday.
10 p.m. just for the outdoor table?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Sunday.
No problem.
Okay,
No, it'll be in before then.
okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an umbrella?
After 6 months, if you needed
No.
more.
No umbrella on the table.
So we like Sunday at 10. That's really
No.
good.
Just to start. too.
And the rest are all fine.
4 seats, you said?
4 seats.
Maximum.
And you have liquor, right?
Wine and beer only. No liquor, just wine and beer.
Yeah, you'll still need to do a change. So.
And she'll give you what she has to do. Yes. Let's keep going. Three oh one South End.
Yep.
That's at the end. They withdrew.
We're finished with the 86 one?
Yes.
I'll just send this to you.
You're gonna use
I'll
it?
email it to you, yeah.
Okay, and the other one?
Yeah, you're gonna,
Oh.
otherwise. Perfect.
Thank
Oh.
you.
We did
Everybody voted? Or we're not voting?
86 didn't show. 71 Worth, we did. We're at 301 South End Avenue, Treadwell Park, Black Hound. or roadway?
And sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Okay, well, we have to do one before the other, so let's do roadway first. This is two separate applications, two separate applications.
I only have one here.
What happened to all the packages?
No, people don't read.
For outdoor dining, they do not bring packages, we have to see it on the screen.
We see it on the screen. Don't ask, we'll deal with it all later because I can't bear it today.
Okay.
Okay? Give me a break, but it's not good. So, we have a concern that was Mr., tell me your name, please.
Sonny?
Somebody asked, wrote us a note, and said, let me find it.
Is this it? You want this?
That's it, thank
Yeah.
you. That's mine, yeah. Okay.
Is it
Uh,
that?
It's the, what can I say? So you want in the roadway, tell me how you, it looks very narrow to me. And it looks like a wheelchair can't get through and you want,
We have portable. For the wheelchairs.
no, that's not the issue. This doesn't seem wide enough for me with the tree pits.
Oh, yeah, it's 12 feet from here to the road, it's 12 feet.
No, but it's gotta be for where your benches are.
Right, the benches take 3.5 feet,
Right.
and then the
And then
side 9.6
Nope,
feet.
to the tree pits. It's gotta
Oh,
go to
that's
the
8
tree
feet.
pits.
8 feet from the benches.
From
We
the
don't
edge
put-
of the
We
bench?
don't put table next to it, we put only in the middle.
Which
Oh,
one?
we're talking about the other one, the sidewalk, that's the sidewalk.
That's
So
the
they
sidewalk.
have 8 feet clearance, they put it in between.
Okay.
So you want four,
How many seats at each one?
6.
6, so the
Yeah.
person in the middle gets screwed.
6 times,
It has 6
I-
tables.
30 in my.
Is that incorrect? It has 6 tables there.
Fine.
In the
This is
roadbed?
proposal for inside, that hasn't even built, this is for the roadway.
We're not doing the
It hasn't
roadbed.
even built yet.
We're not doing.
This is the
That's
sidewalk.
next. Oh, we're doing both.
So, I'm sorry. That is the sidewalk cafe we're just doing
This is
now.
it, this is sidewalk.
This is sidewalk, correct?
This is sidewalk, for everybody who's looking, this is sidewalk, and this is the roadway.
Okay, but if you go back to that, the sketch that had the diagonal 8 feet, the 8 feet has to be straight. So it can't be,
Because we have no table.
No.
We put only tables between the trees.
They're in the.
But it's still 8 feet.
it's still
Right.
It's still 8 feet.
on the
They're-
diagonal, but it's supposed to be straight. Okay.
It's
No,
still- it is,
no,
it
I-
says.
the diagonal is.
That's okay?
Yes.
Okay, so you want, that's your sidewalk.
Correct.
Your hours are, Sunday through Thursday, through Wednesday till 11, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday till 12. Any other questions from my committee? Don't look at me, because if I could not have roadway and sidewalk, I would be a happy girl,
Yeah.
but I'm
Question.
not, that's not me.
What's your occupancy inside? 180. And you're asking for how much more?
30,
They just want to be outside.
I understand, I'm just asking for numbers.
And there's
I wanna
nothing on
see
the other
What you
side.
want, how much
On the
more you
Albany
want.
side.
Exactly.
180.
And how many for,
Well, for the sidewalk, I don't know, the sidewalk is 30. That's what we're doing
The other
now.
one is going to be 4 tables of 6, so
So-
24.
How many total inside and out?
See, we're
180
doing it-
inside.
We're doing it now, Joe.
30 outside, 211, 210.
Plus, we haven't done the roadway yet.
They will do the roadway. So that got council. Like,
There's occupancy.
space, for capacity.
You mean, is it because it's over
Well,
7?
Well, it depends on what's the bathrooms, how many bathrooms do you have?
2.
Does that
Two?
count that?
Two.
I don't think so. Let me just ask.
One
Joel's asking if that counts towards a large venue.
You have over 220 that large
You
venue.
have 244, no, it absolutely is a large venue, but they must have a large venue already for their 180. Remember, they've been approved, this is the extra. They have 180, they have a license, they have been
They've been there
renewed,
for a
if
long
I'm not
time. So mind the
mistaken.
inside, it's the outside.
I can't, the problem, so we all understand it and all of you sitting here, and you can hear us as the community, okay? It's too much, and you're all very greedy, if you'll pardon us. And all of us who live there bear the burden, because you don't look out for the people who walk in the street after they've drunk at all your places, and they walk out and scream and spit and throw up and pee.
We have mostly families, in all the neighborhoods. We have games inside with all the kids come on.
Very nice, very nice.
So, just so you hear.
We'll have to work.
Because,
I live.
Nobody is here from Battery Park,
No.
so,
Sammy online?
no,
Pat, is the 8 foot supposed to be straight or the situation?
it can be okay, it's okay.
We heard it was okay on the diagonal.
No,
We can't, yeah.
No, we have none.
Okay.
So
So,
if, these hours are, is the.
You'll hear from
Is
the
it
neighbors
Sunday,
if
10
it
o'clock?
gets too
what
bad.
about the Sunday, Susan?
They
Yeah.
come
We have quorum.
once a week.
Isn't Sunday 10 o'clock?
Midnight, I think
What about
midnight.
Sunday?
Hello, Mark, I missed you, I'm glad you're here.
Oh, hey, Mark. Isn't Sunday 10 o'clock?
It's Sunday, 10 o'clock, is it midnight?
After 8 o'clock, nobody's there either.
So why don't we say Sunday at 10, since my, it'll make my friend here.
One of each.
Absolutely.
Midnight?
Want to make her happy. You can have the other till 11, but Sunday till 10, okay?
Madam Chair, the midnight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, what are your thoughts there?
We don't see nobody after 10.
Okay, then let's make it 10.
No, I don't mind making it 11.
Okay,
We're talking.
all right,
A
11.
Thursday,
You
Friday,
speak
and
people at
Saturday.
They'll close down at 10 and
Everybody will be outside.
By 11.
And you're opening at 4 PM, is that correct?
Except for Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, they open earlier. And Sunday, we got it. Okay?
Yeah, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 11, Sunday, 10.
Yeah,
Okay, so next thing goes like.
all right, now,
So what's 12 then? Anything with 12? So everything's 11?
yeah, except Sunday. So tell me the roadway. I don't have you have a roadway picture?
Hopefully.
So roadway is 24.
All right, yeah, 4 things.
Another 24.
He didn't put the picture up yet, Joe. But you're right, it's another 20.
That's 30 there. Where am I now? Is this the roadway? Well, that looks
Six
like.
tables?
Four, we only fits 4. Nothing has been built. Like, this is just a proposal. Nothing has been built yet. Just
So what size are those tables? How many can they
6
seat?
people.
So 36.
36, not 24.
Four tables.
You want to cut to, you want to just have 4?
Yeah,
Picture's
it doesn't
wrong.
fit.
Okay,
It doesn't look like it fits. It's too tight.
4 times 6 is 24.
okay, that's a little.
And you have, there's no picture, you have a space for people.
The servers.
Yes,
Yeah.
we have 2 ramps.
Or did you need? a
Where are
separate
they?
server?
Where are the ramps?
The beginning of the shift, we put it right, one here and one here, and then end of the shift, we remove them.
And where, how do the workers
Where's
come?
the entrance?
But where do the people
The
come in?
servers.
But they just walk from the street, they come.
So that black
sit-
line is not there.
Which one?
That's the edge of the curve.
Yes, yeah.
No, that's a curve.
Right, okay.
That's where we put the right, one
Right.
here and one here.
Okay.
And they go
And the servers come
Anywhere.
anywhere?
from the back, yeah, and then just serve.
Yes, Joe.
Usually,
Yes.
ask about the private events? Yeah, that's usually gets used for cocktail parties.
We didn't get there,
Where they,
Well, one of my members would like to know about cocktails. The special events, how many do you intend to have?
Buyouts won't fit there, buyouts all stay inside, like we usually receive 10 to 15, they stand 10 to 15. Because we move the tables around and they just stand there and have cocktails.
But that is, they're supposed to stand,
No, inside. We move the tables for the food,
right?
and this one here for the food, this one we put beer and wine, the other one we put the food, and then they stand in the middle.
But
I
they're not
think
supposed to
that's
stand.
That's not allowed
They
now.
can't do that. That's
Not
not-
under roadway, you
Roadway, you can.
Everybody needs to see the chair.
You cannot, you could have buyout, but it must be sit down. Nobody can, in the roadbed, nobody can be standing, having drinks, having cocktails, having food
They can spill out.
onto the sidewalk.
No, but they can't even stand in the.
They are
in the
not
space
supposed to
there, so
stand.
everybody pay attention. So if you got
Hello,
Mitch,
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Midtown.
I think, anyway, sir, you said that your capacity inside is 180?
Yeah.
Then why do you advertise we can, our capacity up to 300 people?
With the Black Hound, which is next door to us. It's
Okay.
there. But for that one, we don't need nothing.
Thank you.
you missed my, carrying on before.
oh, yeah, Mark. You just-
Oh, I have to go back to
Okay, so-
YouTube and check it out. Save that one.
So where are we on YouTube?
So, here we are. You want 30 seats on the sidewalk, which will now be 5 tables. And you want, 6 tables, 4 tables,
Times 6 people.
at the roadway. Okay. So, we have the hours have changed. Sunday is till 10 PM and all the other hours are till 11 PM.
Did you tell us how many buyouts are gonna happen a month?
Well, now that everybody's sitting down,
Usually stay inside.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
have
it's too
buyouts.
hot.
It's usually December or November.
Okay.
Roadway and sidewalk cafe hours are different. Right?
No.
no,
He's keeping them the same, but they can be different.
They can be.
but we're keeping them the same.
He's been there a long time.
Okay, Susan, what's the issue?
Well, the roadway
Not-
has.
So call the question.
You know, their buildings across.
So
So we have to vote for everything else.
we have to vote on 2 separate things. Okay, so we're gonna call the question on the roadway. Yeah, the roadway. So it's 24 seats. We know the hours. Sunday, they're closing at 10. All the other days at 11. Any other, there are gonna be no buyouts. None.
I wish we had.
But no, well, and we're making sure they're none. Any, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Oh, bless your heart, Mark.
Half in favor.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to them. Anybody online?
Mariama?
No, Mark came. No?
Negative,
Negative.
no.
Mark is no.
No.
Really?
Road beds and.
Really?
Road beds.
Wait, since,
He's told.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes. Mariama.
Oh,
Road bed. Okay. We'll abstract it.
So no buyouts or anything, right? So yeah,
No.
okay.
Okay, thank you. So sidewalk, here we go. Same hours, 30 seats, 5 tables of 6. Can I have a call the question?
Second.
All in favor? There you go. You better be a good neighbor.
Yes, 20 years.
I know. Okay. Joel? Give me a break. All right, the next one is,
When you're ready to do it.
Thank you, everyone.
yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you, I wouldn't. All right,
We would
now
go
we're
anyway.
doing, my next one is,
and that's all that parking that's been taken away.
what?
exactly.
And even though I don't have
Oh,
a car, I
okay.
think it's ridiculous.
Thank you. 77 per,
But
yeah.
the city
and
would
70
replace the
okay.
parking somewhere
I
else.
need you to do me a favor, everybody.
But they
We-
just won't give it to them.
Wait, time out.
Sorry.
With you.
I need you to, I need to take a vote with the two new members who came, Joe and Mark. I don't believe you were here for 77 Burger. Look at it on the
Pearl
agenda.
Street,
and Pearl
77
Street.
Pearl
We
Street.
gave them 5 seats. They're not doing liquor. It's right up around Stone Street. They've been there a while and, we approved it. So I need to take another vote.
You're in favor?
What?
You're in favor?
You're basically okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All
What-
in
what
favor?
was the original vote?
Everybody
So
approved.
our votes wouldn't sway the.
Yes,
sway it.
because I need a quorum.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it wouldn't change
No,
the
no,
outcome,
no,
right? Yeah.
All in favor?
Okay, so-
Okay, great.
Okay, so that was.
All right.
77 Pearl, and then we have,
Now, do we have 77 Warren now?
71 worth back to that. Because if
71 worth.
it was a split vote, you might have to relitigate everything.
Yeah.
Right, but it
Lack of a better
was,
term.
So-
71 word.
71 worth was one table with 4 seats
Sorry.
in front of the restaurant. We're closed at 10 o'clock, on Sunday and all the rest are 11 and it's not a problem. So can I have a
One
vote?
table, 4 seats.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for those. Yeah, no. All right, so the next one is going to be 85 Greenwich. Hello, welcome. Okay, so first of all, so you all know, the hours are till 7:30 at
They're
night.
great neighbors. Give it to them.
And they're adding, this is for, sidewalk. And it is for, here are the pictures, Onesh will put
They've been
it
there
up. It
forever.
looks just fine to me. They've got the clearance if I
Seriously, they've been there
understand.
forever.
Yeah,
They're great.
but 31 years over there.
yeah, we know.
I know.
That's them, all of that's them.
Yeah, yeah.
Stand up table and you sit there.
Stand up, no,
The stand up's not them.
the stand-up's not them,
All right.
but the others are,
Okay.
all right? They've been there a long time, they've been good
They've been
neighbors.
good neighbors. Yeah.
So I'd like
Call the question.
Hold on,
Second.
somebody in the online that wants to make some.
Big,
okay, somebody online, wait, before we take the full vote. 16, you want 16?
18. And how many occupancy inside?
It's 7.
70 inside?
She's not here anymore.
yeah, and you're right next to the diner.
Never mind.
Now we
You guys can vote.
only use the lower level, we don't use the second floor because no water, that's why we need it.
And how many bathrooms do you have?
Only one, two.
2? One of them is
Yeah.
ADA.
Okay. All in favor? Done. Vote. Goodbye. Good luck.
Glad you guys are still around.
Yeah, we like our
I
own.
worried about you
Yeah.
over COVID.
Are you
We
voting?
feel, no, the area.
Well, with the new building, didn't you?
Yes,
Over here.
you pass that to Joel and Mark or wherever.
Just across.
No, I don't know where they went.
This is for you. I just get it.
There.
Stop. Are you voting?
There was 2 teams.
That was it. We don't have it. Yeah. we have-
So, we're going,
You only got one.
if I have crosstalk, I'm in big
You
trouble.
didn't get there.
We're going to, the first one is
157 Wayne.
157 Drain Street.
We didn't say 77 Warren.
It is called,
77 Warren?
no.
Oh, okay.
Did you call-
Lisa, yes.
Apologies, did you call my name?
Yes, I was asking
Hello.
if we're gonna be voting with us tonight or not. Well, with them tonight or not.
I am delighted to always vote with my colleagues.
Oh, thank you
And
very
what
much.
was your vote for the last one?
I'm gonna abstain because I didn't get to see it all. Apologies, I was not paying
But you know who
attention.
they are. It's the,
Okay, so
I'll tell you later.
Hold on.
Which one was it?
There's a Mexican restaurant on Greenwich next to, what's our diner?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I have to go back, sorry, my
They've
mistake.
been there forever.
I just didn't have it here, or I didn't find it. So hold on. I don't have it here. I knew I'm not nuts.
No, thank you.
Thanks very much. We're going back to 77 Warren.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's my fault. It's called the Tribeca Project. Okay, and here it is. I have one question before we go. So, no Sundays. I don't, let's see how many seats we're talking about, and then I have a question on the picture.
This is sidewalk.
4, 6.
Yes, same.
So a sidewalk and it's 2, 4, 6, 8 seats. Am I correct? It's not very much. You can tell when you're in trouble, but you're not in trouble. 8 seats. Their hours are till, there's no Sunday, and their hours are all through from 4 to 11:45.
You're on Warren between which two streets?
Between Greenwich and West
Between
Broadway.
Greenwich and West Broadway.
Greenwich and West Broadway.
So this is not you.
I sent
That's,
Hold on.
photos to Onej on this one.
And I took the same I have the same photo.
These are current photos.
And I was gonna
So
bring it
I
up.
can't have you on the sidewalk there. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so your sidewalk is,
Your yellow is out.
your
the
yellow,
yellow will not be there. We just been operating as we were before.
all those years.
Before the.
Yeah, before we got all whatever. Okay.
Watch yourself, because we walk down that block.
You should be my spot.
And take pictures.
You think that I told them.
So, how much, what's your capacity inside? 75 inside, and you have, I'll do Francis's. You have how many bathrooms?
2, one is just for gentlemen, because it's really small. The other one is 80 compact, so, yeah.
So
So if a
the
woman-
man, if it's a man,
You
they're
have
out,
to
they're out
just-
of luck.
No, no, they aren't. We're very liberal city. Anyway, any questions?
How many seats outside?
Eight.
8?
Make a note that those tables, we're not gonna be there.
Yes, yeah.
No, the yellow ones,
Yeah.
not gonna be there.
No, they'd be-
By the way, the bar that we approved for renewal last month, that's doing that now. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, please.
Yeah.
But there was another aspect of the picture that I didn't understand.
Okay. Which part? Looks fine. Okay, so can we take a vote very quickly? Can I call the question?
No, I have questions.
What?
Wonderful.
So my issue,
Getting rid of the yellow, Tammy, they're not doing it. And
That I-
since our
that I heard, but they have music indoors, correct?
No.
Yes.
ambient.
Okay, so there are, with their sidewalk seating, they have to agree to close the outside at some point, because otherwise the indoor music should be outdoor. Because if you see the second photo that I sent, there's no door, there's no window closings. They have decorations to make the outside feel more inside, and their windows are, and the slats and frames and everything are fully open to the outside.
Yes, till 10 PM. We close those windows every night at 10.
It's in our liquor license.
It's also in stipulation.
I think it was, I remember that.
Yes.
So those windows are open just summertime till 10 PM. 10 PM we close everything. So we close the windows, sorry.
No matter what.
And ours.
Every night.
Here they are.
So we're keeping it as is.
Yeah, I'm not changing the hours. So, and I have
All the questions.
Second.
Just to know, I know history of that particular location, and they
Oh,
have
it's
to,
totally different. Absolutely. It's-
I hear you. Staff with the
a,
other.
my committee walks around. All in favor?
They have very.
Aye.
Oh, no, we do not do that.
Mariama? Mariama, what's your vote?
I vote yes.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so
Okay.
let's go back to 157 Wayne Street. Hello, how are you? That's Casa.
You're done. Give me 1 second, everybody. Let me just update.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
86-1.
No, they didn't show us.
What about 112 Hudson? They're postponed, right?
The first one, and 227 West Broadway postponed.
So, stand up, please. Ms. Lee, right?
Yes,
How do you do?
I'm good.
Okay, so I just want to understand something. Oh, I got it, never mind. So, let's see, your hours of operation are Monday to Thursday from 11 to 10:30. That's what it says here.
That's what I wanna amend. Right now it's 4 to 10:30. I wanna open for lunch.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Friday and Saturday till 10:30,
10:30, yes.
and you want to open at 11.
On Saturday, I already opened at 11. My license says okay, but I am amending the Friday because I wanna open weekdays for lunch.
Good.
And Sunday too,
I hope.
and Sunday too.
Sunday I already also have
Okay.
the permit because I open for brunch. So it's pretty much Monday through Friday,
Good.
the amended hours.
You have, the bar 17, so 13, 73. It's not large venue. There is, you will apply for open street.
I was here for 2 hours.
I thought you were,
I
thought
got
we gave you a
better
hard, yes,
treated
yes. Yeah, right.
We
were we gave you-
Did you remember me?
Yeah, I made you miserable, I know. All right. Okay, any questions?
Call the question.
Second? All in favor?
Thank you.
See, we made up for it.
Everybody.
Made up for it, didn't we?
Good luck at lunch.
Mariama, Tammy, Vincent.
Oh, he's not on.
What did you vote? Is everybody? in
I voted.
favor?
I voted. I'm a yes.
Okay, thank you.
I voted yes. I'm on my way in.
Thank you. So one,
Mariama, turn your camera on.
the ramen, hello, welcome.
Hold on, I'm just trying to keep track of these votes. Give me a second.
Okay. Ah, see, she's not packaged.
Well, some people need a liquor notified.
Thank you.
Liquor has the.
Ah,
Liquor has.
Here? Okay, we'll keep these. Thank you. Don't waste.
Okay.
She already has 10 o'clock on Sunday.
So I can start. Sure, you can start.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Lee Blanky. You can call me Vaughn. This is my husband.
How do you do? Welcome.
We have been serving the Tribeca area more than 10 years as Shuto Ramen. And this location, we're so happy about to have this location, 181 Green Street. So we are going to have different concept of the menu. We're going to have Asian fusion. Because we have the Japanese ramen place already, and now we love our neighborhood. A lot of loyal neighborhood customer always asking us to add this menu, this, that. So that's why we're gonna bring up our famous, popular Asian cuisine.
Yeah, like we're doing a little bit of every Asian country that have the most famous or most famous dish. We're gonna take it and we're gonna incorporate it into this new restaurant we're doing.
so don't you know you have to bring samples here first?
Yeah.
That's
part of the process.
Maybe, we can't take
Joe,
anything,
Joe.
nothing.
It's like Thai food, Vietnamese, and Chinese, Korean, and we pair up with full liquor with seasonal cocktail as well, import beer, and some homemade, non-alcohol drink like Thai tea, Vietnamese coffee, something very good homemade stuff. And, if you see the package, you can see our floor plan. It's a very small landmark building. When you go to the entrance, there will be some waiting area as a receptionist. So we pick check-in, reservation, and after that, you see our table, one by the window, 5 on the right side, 4 on the left side before the bathroom, and then there were only 4 seats in front of the bar. And the back, there are 6 tables. And downstairs, we have our full kitchen and a very nice environment. We're gonna keep it clean, hygiene, everything gonna be maintained well. We have our garbage pickup Monday to Friday from 9 PM to 9 AM.
I see.
No outdoors.
Oh, yeah, no outdoor,
You're ready.
sidewalk cafe,
Yeah,
no.
it's
movie.
fine. So-
The background is soft music,
Very-
no live music.
Okay. Any questions?
The
Mark?
interior you described, that's the way it exists now?
Yes.
So you're not making any changes to that?
Yeah, that's the current one. We already painting, we have the new furniture, everything is as is.
So just,
When you see
repairs, all you're changing, all you're asking for is
It's the full liquor license for the last restaurant, they have full liquor as well. So right now, we just brand new.
your OP license and you're changing the menu.
Yes.
That's all you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, can I have the question called second?
Second.
All in favor? Online?
Yes.
Tommy,
Yes.
remember?
Thank you.
Yes.
Dean?
Do you enjoy this one?
Yep.
Dean came back?
Thank you.
Oh, wait, I have a follow-up question.
Oh.
This is the building?
Yes, that's the entrance.
So, they have, yeah, they have, what do you call it?
This going down.
Platform that's within the property line that they could put seats there where we won't have to, if we can't regulate. Can
They
we?
don't want any. They don't want it.
You don't, all
We're
right.
gonna put it down in our
Oh,
resolution, no outside.
So make it clear that it's not outside that they need to get, a permit for. That they're not, they wouldn't need a permit for that. So that's not gonna go outside, period.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
The thing is, it's a shop, yes, we can really put seats there.
If you wanna do it, just come back.
It's very cute. All right,
So,
thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, next one. 111 Reed.
Oh, wait,
He's back.
don't go yet.
Don't
Don't
No,
go.
Don't go.
Miss,
This, no, that's not this way.
tell her not to go.
Mitch, Mitch, don't go, don't go.
Come around here, please.
Thank you.
You're doing it all.
Oh, you already did this. Oh, I'm gonna have to send it to you, because I have to redo this, because this is already. Never mind, because you already did
Oh,
this.
thank
You're
you.
gonna send it to you to resign,
Do it, okay.
okay?
We're gonna show them.
Yeah, we can share. Tell us your name, please. I
Good
forget
evening.
to tell people to tell me their names.
My name is Benjamin Korngut. I'm the attorney for the applicant. This is Aaron Watman. He's a principal of the applicant. This is, the applicant is Yards NYC LLC at 111 Reed Street. This is an application for a change to the method of operation. We appeared before the committee in April of '24, requesting certain hours. We agreed to more limited hours, kind of as a trial run. They've been open since October. As far as I know, there've been no issues. Aaron can tell you a little bit more about his experience, but essentially we're asking for the original hours, which are an extra hour each day. So midnight on Sunday, 1 a.m., Monday through Wednesday, and then 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
We really don't give midnight on Sunday anymore.
Yeah.
That's really our
That's
rule.
fine with me.
Okay.
That's not an issue.
We really, we
People
like
have
10.
kids, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So you want Thursday to Saturday, 2 a.m.
2
I got it. And Monday to Wednesday to 1 a.m. So do I have signatures?
We have some signatures of support, in support. The building recently changed hands. It's sold. and the landlord's in the process of essentially vacating the building and doing renovations. So there's very few people living in the buildings right now. And then it's
all the people are leaving the building. He's doing all the apartments. He's not renewing any leases, and he's gonna get all the tenants.
And all much more money on it.
Yes.
Probably all these people who've been down here. all
But
these
then you'll
years.
see we have some from Leonard.
Oh, I see. I just can't read anybody's, I
Yeah.
can't read it all.
I mean, we don't have any, we had no, I mean, I think when we came here originally, we were trying to go for 2 AM on the weekends, which is really the only thing that mattered. You guys said, hey, keep your nose clean, there's no complaints, come back, and we said,
I
you said,
remember.
"Get it," and I said, okay, and we didn't have no complaints.
I remember.
I gotta tell
Coming
you,
back.
these are the signatures?
You told them to come back in 6 months or a year?
They all
Six
look the same.
6 months, Mark.
All right.
I remember.
That's not for me. People,
Because they're, some of them are tenants, signatures.
The what?
Like.
No, but I can read. No.
I mean,
know.
I have no idea. We put it outside, we put it at the bar, people.
Well, there's nobody,
From the
what's
street.
across the street from you?
Holy Water, across the street.
You know
Right
it?
next to it, Serafina.
Mark, do you know it?
Serafina, I know.
They're closest to the corner of West Broadway there.
No,
You know it?
Well, I'm familiar with the area. If Serafina's on the corner of
Serafina's
Broadway
to the left.
and,
I know Serafina.
I mean, Serafina, so they're closer to that side.
Yeah.
Have you guys been, have you been there?
I've been there a couple of
Is it-
times.
You attest that it's a quiet, like, nice cut?
Yeah, it seemed, I mean, I walked in there late afternoon, so it wasn't, maybe not.
We're like,
Friday night,
we're
but
not like a loud club.
It was not.
But I think on the weekends, it would be nice just to have a little, because sometimes, like, we don't want 4 AM, we're not that kind of thing, but it would be nice to be able to like, let people get out. Everyone leaves at like
know
4
it.
AM anyway.
Right, Mitch?
Sorry?
You know it.
I don't know the place. I'm not a.
Yeah,
hang around.
I understand.
Yeah, we just want to like let people wrap up and leave
Okay.
at a reasonable hour.
Anybody have any trouble?
You're
Okay.
on the south side?
If we have complaints.
South side, yeah.
What are the closing hours of the ones in the area next to you?
They're later.
Later, I think.
We've probably been there forever.
With the grandpa?
Sarah was grandfathered.
Remember when Serafina was the
Yeah.
Whole Food,
Yeah.
the health food place?
Yeah.
75.
Like 50.
We don't have any outdoor.
No outdoor seating.
But here it says dining is, 24 and bar is 12. That's not 75.
That's, well, that's the
The legal
legal
occupancy is
occupancy, but
74.
that's for the
Okay,
seating.
that's
that
what
we
I
have.
thought.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Call the question.
Second? All in favor? That was easy, right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being a good neighbor.
You got it, no problem.
No problem. I'm abstaining on that one.
I'm staying.
Okay, Mark will abstain. I know.
I'll vote yes, and then if we have complaints, deal with it. But,
Do it afterwards.
you know, it used to be a nice quiet neighborhood.
Thank you.
You wait.
Yep. Especially where I
I
live.
can't take it, I'm getting old.
All of us. So the next one is,
3 World Trade.
3 World Trade, oh, that's upstairs, all right?
Anybody here for World Trade? Okay, great.
where?
Did we vote on this and I missed this one?
All these have been, these are all.
Wait, Tammy's asking something.
Did we vote on this, vote on this one with the building that was under construction and I missed it?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm abstaining until I see more, some kind of community outreach, just so you know.
Okay.
They had it, but whatever. If you read the signatures, it'd be whatever.
Who's 3 World?
That's all right.
Aren't you upstairs?
Well, this is actually.
This is the one that's in the walkway?
Yeah,
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah.
What happened? You didn't open.
well. What?
Oh, my neighbor's asking, where are you?
We're working on it.
Okay.
You're at 3 World Trade.
Yes,
And you're on,
so this would be, an alteration application, adds an outdoor space, which is in between 2 and 3, right, World Trade. There are 4 different sort of pod-like areas that are 220 square feet each, that have a couple tables in each area.
Wait, let me ask you, aren't you in Portland?
No, somebody online.
Yeah, in Portland Way. Yeah. Somebody's on the. So I'm sorry, you wanted to do what?
So some outdoor patio space, but this is not municipal space, so, it's actually part of the lease. Full candor, it's owned technically by the Port Authority and is leased to the landlord who then subleases it to.
Do you have pictures for us?
Yeah, there are.
Outdoor space last time.
I don't see any outdoor pictures.
I didn't see any outdoor pictures.
You know Cortland Way.
Hey, Susan,
On Cortland Way?
What?
isn't this the Argentinian place?
That hasn't opened yet.
Yeah,
Brazilian.
That
Yeah.
came before us a while ago.
They came before.
we approved
Yeah.
it. We approved it the last time they came.
Right, that's what I thought.
That's correct, just
Yeah.
looking to add a few
A
outdoor.
few outdoor.
But I
There are
thought you-
separate small little, if you look at the diagram,
Am I wrong though? Did you have outdoor space last time?
you know, I wasn't here for that one. I.
Well,
No, they didn't. It was just indoors, I think.
So it's indoor?
It
Yeah,
was indoors. It
Well,
was
you
not
know,
outdoors.
Italy has outdoor
So
space.
where on the diagram?
yes,
Wait.
so if you look at the bottom
Downstairs, Ely.
Here?
and you see those rectangles, yep. Yep, exactly, and there's 4 rectangles, yep.
So what are you asking for on those?
That exterior seating,
Well, I know how many.
50.
50?
50 people?
When you add up the 4,
50 people?
50 seats, yeah.
50 seats,
And you
there
don't
are
have
no,
photographs?
there are no, residences. Okay, all right.
How many
And
do
how
we
many
have
have
out there?
Not 50. They might have 20 something.
Indoor,
If you're ready, Rod, then
I believe 104
26 seats.
104.
inside, I believe.
Okay.
126. Oh, or I'm sorry, so 125.
22 at the bar.
So 126
Yeah.
inside.
It's a large venue inside.
They were before.
Yeah, that, I
50
remember.
outside.
Yeah, 5,000.
Tammy? Tammy,
Yes, my dear.
they're asking for 50. Doesn't that seem like a lot for Cortland Way?
How deep into the Cortland Way? Because I think that Cortland Way is primarily supposed to be a pedestrian way. It's so how deep in are they going? 10 feet, 20
So-
feet? It looks like they have a lot of extra space. And where are they serving from? Inside, outside?
Yeah, we can,
Yeah, we need
So
more.
we need more.
if you see the narrow rectangles, pardon
You
me.
don't have any photographs.
That's, get renderings you're talking
So-
about?
Obviously, the exterior of the building wall here, these are they're stone walls
Yeah,
that are on the property.
right.
This is Portland. This is
Right.
the cobblestone walk. We're not going here at all.
No, we get that.
This is just the sidewalk against the building. So there's those steps. And so we just coordinated everything to be
Okay.
within each landing area in those.
But everybody,
We
can
can't
people
tell.
take their drinks and spill out into the street?
No,
Wait,
That
you're
was-
serving out there. People are not just gonna, you wanna have your staff come out and serve.
Yes, ma'am.
I can sit down at the table and I can order food like I've
Yes,
done
ma'am.
across this way when Needley's out there. And so they're serving. It just seems like a lot of things. But that's not clear where I see 50 seats.
So so this would be a grouping of 4. This is a 2, that's a 2,
Get 50.
2.
2 tops and 4 tops.
Actually, one thing to point out, this one here, the underlying landlord wouldn't allow.
That's on Church Street.
So this actually is not.
That's Church Street.
We need to disregard this.
This
Yes,
has to
that's
be
right.
taken out.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
that out. Okay. So it's still 50?
No. I apologize. So
Okay.
that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, so 40. This is
10.
this is 10 alone here.
Okay.
So everything from here back would still be 40.
So as we're going back.
So they
let's
have
make
four.
it count.
1, 2.
So you have 4 pods, that spot that has no black around it.
This
right
one.
there.
This is the building entry.
Huh?
So we left, this doesn't have this coordinate. This is 2 here. We left the seats on the other side off, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8 here, keeping it a little less safe.
Okay, but if that's a building entry, that's a door, this is a door also where you have Two?
on the other side.
So it says
Where
two,
it says
covered patio two, isn't that a door?
By law, not a required egress.
I'm sorry, say it again?
So by law, this is not a required egress. That's why you're seeing this. This,
So how did the service get in there?
there's no door there.
I have to tell you that, and I studied architecture.
He's the
I don't understand.
he's the engineer.
So what I am, and I,
Spell it out, spell it out, go ahead.
are they enclosed, those spaces? What are they enclosed with? I have no sense.
So these here, at one point were planned to be enclosed. This here, maybe that's what's throwing off the visual here.
Yeah,
Not here.
I got it.
This is
By
a-
the way, online, we have no idea what here and here means unless you're using,
Yeah.
we have no idea. So can somebody do here and here? Because all I see are 4 covered patios.
Yeah, well, no, covered patio 4 is not enclosed.
Or eight. Yeah, that's.
This one?
Yeah, absolutely correct. The covered,
3,
that's a 3,
2,
2, 1, 4 is not.
right, but you're saying that
So
4 has.
again, which, oh, there's a 5th one there that I didn't say.
The 5th one's gone, that's on Church Street.
That's
This
gone.
one, they're not gonna have this one.
Okay.
So they're claiming only 40 seats instead of 50.
But I'm confused about patio, covered patio 4, where you have a door.
I would tell you it's not supposed to say covered patio.
Well, that's okay, I forgive you for the covered word, like, it's just patio 4, but it has a door. And so,
So this the other.
That door is to provide service, right?
in and out of the restaurant,
Right.
for the patrons to go in and out of the restaurant.
Right.
And the service.
Patrons here, we can use this for servers,
Right,
but it's not a required means of egress, which
Okay.
is, that was the reason there's no cover here. We weren't allowed to traverse
Gotcha.
through a covered.
okay, so the patrons go in and out of patio 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but on patio 2, is that 2 or 3?
They go in on the.
Only the servers come in and out, correct?
And operationally, we're teaching our guests to use the front.
That's your front on Church Street.
This is correct.
Yeah.
If you were to pan out a little bit.
They're right across from the, from Century 21. I'm looking. From the science.
From this one?
Here,
Yes,
correct. This is our main entrance, main signage is here. It's very intuitive that this is.
I live on Liberty Street. So I'm right across the street from you guys.
Would it be possible to bring this address up on the Google Maps? It's too abstract for me to
Yeah.
make a decision.
That's what I was
Do
trying.
you know Portland?
Do they have any mock-ups so we can actually see how much of Cortland Way they're taking?
Well, there's,
So-
the middle is the actual walkway, where the bikes and the people walk. And on the south side is where Ely has tables outside, and they're on the north side, they're gonna have tables outside.
They've had tables.
Ely's had tables there
For a
since
long
COVID.
Okay.
There she's gonna show us.
And then, again, those rectangles at the very bottom there,
I don't know why.
those are
No, we
solid
know.
concrete.
We know, we know.
Everybody sits on them.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
These are pictures.
It won't show you the,
They won't show
They
it.
won't
It's-
show it.
if you go to Century 21, can you look across the street?
Yeah, hold on.
There's a lot.
Yes,
It's
Portland?
just
Yeah,
crap.
it's Cortland Way.
Do you, so,
And Century
so
21.
how many events do you plan on having during your lifetime in there?
We have a catering team that we're hoping to, we'd offer to have it sold out, or, I mean, it's really just depends on what the business brings.
This is across the street from
So
Leverage.
you'd want to go straight and take a left. Yeah, I can do that.
Did you get it yet?
Lee,
Where H&M is?
Oh, yeah, they're right across from H&M.
Right across
Yeah.
now.
H&M's on the corner of that alley.
Right. It's up that way?
yeah, I don't know for the people on the phone, this is, you're right here.
There, sign, and then
Why is it not up on the screen?
it's not showing on the screen. Oh.
Tammy's.
Here we go.
Okay, so this here, from here on that plan, the one I was describing that'll be gone is right here. So this here is still gonna stay exactly how you see it now. So
Because
if
we
you
would
were
have been complaining about it.
pan to the left, you might get a good, just kind of overall shot of.
That's where they're gonna
So
be.
the delineation is where this, each, in between each set of stairs. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one here,
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 Now,
here.
I
here.
do have a question about that tree back there. This one, yeah.
So what?
We're not touching any trees.
No, but it doesn't obstruct the.
The tree beds aren't on the diagrams.
Right, down in the diagram.
But remember something,
That's actually still considered outdoor dining because it's, even though it's a pedestrian plaza, I don't think that street was demapped.
but they're not in the plaza there, where they're walking is outside of those stone benches, as I'm gonna call them. They're not, they're inside, everything of theirs is inside.
And I'm saying to you that Ely has, on the other side, if you go to the other side, you go to the
Yep.
south side, spin around.
Italy.
Ely, they use over there for their outdoor dining. I don't know if they did it, they aren't out there yet, but they were doing it over COVID and.
This is last.
I don't think they're going back outside, Pat.
Okay, but they did have, so somebody approved, was it us that approved them having?
Believe and I wasn't here for this, but I believe Italy used the exact area we're talking about. Patio at one point. That's what the chief building engineer.
That's why when you're all saying
Yep.
that, they used that side of the street where you are now.
I remember them using the other side.
Yeah. Well, no, and that, I
I
don't.
was sitting there, I have a picture with my mom.
Well, I was then, but the last 2 years they were there.
That's what the chief building engineer for Westfield, who operates the building. That's what they've.
So maybe they moved.
I don't have any trouble. Does anybody? Joe, you have trouble?
Yeah, I just think it's a lot of congestion over there. It's just,
They
But
wish.
It isn't where, first of all,
Even here, you can see everybody's walking here.
yeah, they're all walking there. How many seats inside?
That's okay.
122, 124.
126.
Inside.
No,
Don't even go there.
okay, you know what I'm gonna say.
You already told them.
Just working for us as far as capacity, this is a little bit smaller footprint interior for us, our midtown location.
I mean, I don't have any problems with it. I don't have any problem. But as
You
long
know,
as,
it's the city. What can I tell you?
yeah, and
Okay,
I don't have any problems.
I'm gonna call the question.
Second. Well, anyone else have any questions?
No.
All right,
Any
so,
other questions?
Tammy?
Okay.
I mean,
So
Tammy and I live there, so I don't have any problems. with it.
All right, so all in favor? Any abstention?
No, we will be complete.
Mark is abstaining, and Joel is
I-
abstaining or
my
no?
landlord is-
Joel is a no. Hello, Mariama.
And I know, you're four, you're the only.
And three. And Tammy?
Hey, yes.
Tammy?
I'll be a yes. I just want them to be open. We've been waiting 3 years for them to open, maybe 4.
Ready.
Let's get rolling.
Wait, is Jean, what's your vote? Are you voting?
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay. Passes.
Thank you,
Okay,
member.
last, open up. I'm trying.
Thank you.
Present day.
Said something.
I
might have something.
Authority this week, if everything goes well, like Fridays.
Oh, good.
So close.
When?
June 23rd.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll have to go. We'll be there. Great.
You need something for that? No, you're fine, go.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Good luck.
All right, 108 Greenwich,
Let's go.
108 or 428? 428?
108. financial district, Greenwich.
Oh, I
Second
see.
after the 3 World Trade Center.
108.
108.
This is a new. this-
Good
Yeah,
evening.
right there.
Ben Savitsky, Bernstein, Radon Savitsky. This is 108. How are you?
And well, thank you. Between what two streets?
This is between Carlisle and Rector Street. You guys want to share?
Yeah.
Have it?
Oh, okay, so they're across Carlisle and Rector.
No, this is 108 Whiskey Blue
They're
LLC.
across from the Mexican restaurant that was just here.
Down the block.
Down the block, yeah.
You're, now, before you start, I just want to understand. You are a second floor,
Correct.
you're upstairs, you want to be, Sunday, you can't be till midnight. I'm just cutting it through right now.
We're okay with the 10 p.m.
Okay,
If we can come back at a later time.
sure,
Not for Sunday.
not for Sunday.
Not for
You're not gonna
Sunday.
let us go
No,
back.
no, no.
10 o'clock
You
Sunday.
have, you
Currently,
have,
the opportunity.
by school.
you're asking Monday to Thursday till midnight, Friday and Saturday till 1 a.m. Okay, and, Sunday we chose at 10 p.m. Okay, and your capacity, the way I read it, is for 56
Our
people?
capacity, our max occupancy is 70.
Okay.
We have seating for 40 at tables and 16 at the
bar. I got it.
So, and let me just be clear with this. So this is this place is currently licensed as a bar called Whiskey Blue. The hours of operation that we propose are the same hours of operation. The diagram that we proposed is the exact same diagram that's currently operating there. Before it was Whiskey Blue, it was a place called Suspenders, which I think was in the neighborhood for a
Yeah,
while.
a long time.
Right. What they're doing here is gonna be a restaurant and jazz lounge. This is Joe Strasser. He is a co-owner and he also is a jazz musician. He loves jazz. There is a dearth of jazz places in New York City. And there are really none down here other than the Django. So we are excited to bring this concept down here. The idea here is that it's a restaurant, and that they are going to have live jazz performances. I want to point out one thing in the application. We identified that it's going to be background music, because it is background music, but we also identified other. And I know this community board's definition of background music is that it cannot be heard outside, and we are completely okay with that. I just wanted to be completely forthright with the community board that they are going to be having live jazz performances.
That's all right.
And usually when we talk about background, we're talking about ambience.
Jazz
People are
is not
coming here,
rowdy.
people are coming here to listen to the music, they're not coming here to talk. over.
Yeah.
We're with you.
We don't have any trouble.
No
with that.
trouble. If you were rock band, we might have a different feeling.
Yeah,
but-
right. Now jazz music is.
Any questions?
Yeah, was there another Whiskey Blue in another part of Manhattan at some?
There's a Whiskey Blue in Midtown, but that's owned by,
That's separate.
and they have nothing to do with the current owners of the place. So they're just taking the name of the LLC.
Joe,
The only question I have.
wait, we're not done. Go
One
ahead.
at a time, please. We're getting some overlapping chatter, and it's sounding really jumbled on the other end of the recording.
Okay, Pat has a question.
No, that's all. So how are you gonna monitor, because these are older people and they are gonna be smoking and they're, because, younger people don't smoke anymore. So how are you gonna monitor those down on the street and make sure that they're, because doesn't someone live above?
So it's a purely commercial building.
Not next door then?
Next door, there is
Yeah,
residential next
and
door.
across the street's 88.
Across the street is Trinity Commons, which is all commercial, I believe. So you have to walk up steps to get there. They will have somebody that is up at the top of the steps. If they see anybody going outside with smoke, they will tell them that they have to move from the block if they can.
Quiet.
And be quiet, sure.
Okay.
I do want to mention one other thing. There are operable windows, but we will close our windows anytime that there is music playing, or of course after 10
Put
p.m.
that in the resolution.
Additionally, Joe wants everybody to know that with jazz music, you don't want open windows, obviously, because it messes up the sound. And additionally, there will be probably a piano up against the window, so they are not going to be moving the piano to open the window. So it's not going to happen.
Sorry, everybody. Put two
So what I don't have in this application.
Oh, you said it's with suspenders, you said.
Have it.
I'm sorry. I was on the next block. Okay, gotcha.
What I don't have, did you go around, I don't see that you.
We've
post-
got some petition signatures here. We
Thank you
did our
very much.
postings at the two neighboring residential buildings and along the bar.
You'll give them to us,
We can
okay?
take these right now. Do you know what's happening on the ground floor? The ground floor is supposed to be a deli. It has been being built out for a long time. These guys also do have an option to take the ground floor eventually if that deli never moves in. Hopefully, they are successful enough that they do have the opportunity to take the ground floor. And if that occurs, how does that increase your capacity by how much? We don't know. We haven't really done that yet, but obviously we will be back before you on that operation.
I don't have any trouble. Pickups, it's a narrow street. We already are complaining. you know.
So, but,
And
yeah,
you know, World Trade Center 5 is gonna be built, so you know all of this. So pick up for your garbage and all that stuff. When is that happening?
we're gonna be taking out our garbage daily, and we're also coordinating with the other businesses on the block to make sure we're on the same schedule as them.
Are you ADA accessible? Yeah.
There's an elevator?
There's an elevator, yeah. And there's
It's in the tile hallway? The hallway that's tiled?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Okay. I have no trouble. Jazz. I live on Cedar.
I remember
I'm right around the corner, right next to
Sunday
Texas.
is till
It's
10,
10 p.m.
and we've given them the other hours.
So you give us your capacity.
Capacity is, max capacity is
10.
70, but we only
Yeah,
have
I
seating,
gave 'em all
40
that.
at the seats and 16 at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And you're serving food, right?
Second, do I have a
It's gonna have
second?
a full food menu, we have a full kitchen.
Full kitchen only.
Is Tammy here?
All right, all in favor? Okay.
Anybody-
Anybody abstain? No. Bye.
Thank you. Have a
Thank you
great
very
day.
much. Thank you.
We'll have to hang it on the street.
Wait, up to over to Annette.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much.
It's the manager.
Thank you. Samara Joy, yeah, like she's so.
I actually know her band, but if it's possible.
If you could, work on it.
Bye-bye, good luck. Come listen to jazz. Okay, so the next one is 25 Broad Street.
She's handing.
Hello.
Mitch, take it outside.
Oh, go here, go talk to him, Mitch. You know, Mitch.
Will you tell us your name, please?
Yes, Kathleen Makepeace-Stokopoulos, I'm the attorney. I have two of the operators here with me today, Jake Schneider and Steve Kokendis. Like a bell.
Let's hear.
Another one if you want.
That's okay.
Before she starts, just a silly question. Susan, Francis, do you guys have the stamp with you in the office?
No, I'm sorry. Oh, Francis has a stamp.
Do you have the list of our petitions or not? I haven't-
Yes, always. Thank you.
Anybody else here?
You know off the bat,
The hours, I got it.
the Sunday is done. It's 10,
Just
10
take it, I
p.m.
got that after the first one.
And, we're not gonna give you 4
I
hours.
understand. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so would you be willing to give us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to 2 a.m.?
Susan, before you answer that, there are people here from the building.
Well, I have a petition.
Even Susan, before that, can they give us the method of operation with the places?
Yeah, go
Yes.
for it.
Okay, so this was the old Bobby Vans.
Oh.
Okay.
You know.
So it's pretty much going to be the same layout as what Bobby Vans was, different food. There is a menu inside your packet there. It's 2 floors. There's the ground, the entrance is actually on Exchange Place.
Right.
And then there's an interior staircase that takes you downstairs. There's 2 bars, a bar on the first floor, bar on the second floor, 4 bathrooms. It is fully ADA compliant.
It's a large venue.
It's a very large venue. It's 128 on the ground floor and 118, I believe, in the cellar is what this is.
There are people who live above you.
Yes, it's a condominium building.
Yeah, we know.
So we do have quite a few petitions from the people in the building, the one across the street as well. There's a residential building across the street.
Right.
So there's no outdoor at all, no windows opened. So everything's contained. It is background music, but they did want the opportunity to have live music for a private event. Any private event would be downstairs, and I don't know if you've ever been downstairs, but it's a huge vault. Literally a vault, and so there's nothing coming out of that vault, no sound coming out of that vault. It's completely.
How many private events do they think they want?
Well, they would love to have one every night, but.
No.
They're not going to. Realistically, I mean, how many will they get? Maybe they'll get one a month.
What's the occupancy?
So it's, what they're planning is, for the ground floor, it's 126, and for the cellar, 118.
Total?
It's on, yeah, there's also 13 stools on the bar on the ground floor, 8 stools for the cellar bar.
I'm sorry, I walked out. You are the attorney?
Yes.
And who's the?
Right here.
And you know that you can't have cars there, So, you know, you're going to make sure.
Coffee Vans at the end did have tables set up outside and people were eating, I'm just letting you know, they were eating outside.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not having,
I-
we have no outdoor. If we ever did go to DOT for an outdoor dining, we'd be back here again. So, but that's not our intention.
So they want Thursday, Friday and Saturday till what time?
I thought 2 a.m.
That's me.
I'm looking at you.
your chance.
Susan, don't forget, we got an email from local people who live there about the location.
I'm trying to see it. Hold on. Where my email is a bit.
Julie's Julie's husband.
I don't.
Huh? And no, well, no, I didn't own it. Julie owned, Julie's husband.
So, you have a public capacity, public assembly capacity, it says of 142.
That's not correct, right? So the C of O, I pulled up the C of O because I wrote that. I said, where did I get that from? So I have the C of O on my phone.
Please email a copy to me.
Yeah, I can, absolutely. So I just let you know that the cellar has a capacity of 134. And the first floor has a capacity of 128.
250?
I'm sorry, 142. 128 is the retail store next door.
260 something?
So altogether, 142, got it, wait, 142 and 134 is, 260.
76.
72, 76. Couldn't do it in my head.
So it's a large venue. So, my committee, the committee, the hours are my issue.
Yeah, I was in my.
Vincent, go on.
Can we hear from the gentleman that?
Yeah.
Yes, Vincent.
Sure.
Yeah, so, first off, I'm like super excited about the new restaurant. I think it's gonna be great.
Just tell us who you are, where you
I'm like, I live in 25 Broad. There's a bunch of people who are in the third, fourth, fifth floor that are all pretty concerned, mainly about the hours.
Okay.
All of the restaurants around us close at 10, Serafina. The steakhouse next door is 10:30. This is 2, 4, there's kids in the building, I have 3 kids. To me, that's not being a good neighbor. There's actually a policy in the building that anyone in the building has to be done making noise at 9. So it just doesn't feel like this is really part of what we want as a community.
Are you
And
a co-op
right
builder?
now,
Condo.
So that's.
Thank you very much. Well, one of the problems we have in the community, just so you hear, okay? People drink very late hours, they come out of your building, they're residential all around it. I can't control the drunkards on the street, throwing up, peeing, carrying on, and it's an issue for us who live in the community. And that's a pretty heavily trafficked area because of the tourists, the little girl, the stock exchange, blah, blah, blah. So
Christmas.
I personally am loath to give you the hours.
Okay, well, we're here to listen to what you're
What about,
suggesting.
what about 12?
For what day? For what day?
The weekend, 12, what they want for 2, 12, and then see how it works out.
Restaurants are both 10 and 10:30, like plus at 30. And
I understand.
there's a school right next door.
Yeah.
The 4 buildings that are right there are all residential. I don't see how anyone in that residential community wants, well,
Did you live there when Bobby Vance was open?
they closed at 10,
They closed it down?
correct?
I didn't realize that.
You live right around the corner from
They're liquor licenses.
I never went,
So
so.
obviously people can carry on. Totally okay with that. I just,
Yeah,
what they're proposing is,
I don't know about.
You said you stopped serving liquor at 10.
that's what it was, we're probably there.
So you hear that, guys?
Yeah, I don't know if you're saying that's the case. I just want to say that just when you're comparing it with other restaurants in the neighborhood, that's fine, but remember, this is a very large venue with very large rent. So we're trying to put our hours in a way that will meet our expenses. So that's all I'll say about that. I mean,
But, you know, it is a community and,
I understand, we understand.
yeah.
But
Mariana.
The character of the community.
So you wouldn't consider anything even Friday and Saturdays beyond midnight?
That's what I was asking.
Well, yeah, I was gonna propose something like that too.
Friday, you know, two
I
nights.
could see 1 o'clock.
I would even, I
No,
would
we're
even
not
say,
saying 1 o'clock.
like Monday through Wednesday, if you could take that down to something closer to what the gentleman's saying, then maybe Thursday through Saturday, you do a 1 or 2.
Not a two,
I would not a 2. Yeah.
One or two.
Certainly not a 4, certainly not a 4.
Not a 4.
And then Sunday, you do the regular 10.
Right, and I understand what you're saying, I really do, but these are operators, I mean, these are both experienced operators, they have other restaurants, and we're not gonna be, I'm sorry, what was that?
Where are
In Connecticut. This is the first time in New York, but nonetheless, they're experienced operators.
They don't know our area. They don't know our
But they know how to serve alcohol, and certainly we're not going to be serving people so they're so drunk that they're gonna run out on the street
But,
and
yeah, you know, it's not even.
to make noise. This is gonna be more of an upscale restaurant.
Yeah, but they're gonna go outside and smoke, they're gonna talk.
But we're gonna, if I could just finish, we're gonna monitor outside. I mean, we will have people monitoring outside, pushing people along. We're not gonna leave the outside free. We'll have employees monitoring. I understand your concern, but I also understand the concern of having to pay a rent for something that large. So I'm trying to meet something in the middle. And I just think.
Okay,
All right, so two things. I think you mentioned that they're gonna have to walk over to, 43 Exchange to get
Exchange,
the.
to get in, yes, to
Right.
get in, yes.
I do that because we have friends at 15 Broad. I look at this menu and it's a restaurant. If it's a restaurant, there's no need to stay open till 2 AM. So I'm not gonna vote for anything.
So I don't know if everybody heard what I was saying, but I think it would be, if we're gonna try to meet somewhere in the middle, rather than Monday through Thursday, if we could go Monday through Wednesday and include Thursday as part of the weekend to give them a little extra time on Thursday. That may be more fair, and then take Sunday down, of course, to 10 like we always
But,
do.
yeah, as a restaurant, I don't see why they need to go.
Yeah, I think that what.
Mark, I haven't heard from you, I'm just looking.
Well, let me ask the residents.
Wait, Vincent.
She just called me.
No,
10
let's-
o'clock is kind of.
Right.
But let me finish, please. So my question to you is, yourself amongst the other residents, what time did you discuss you think you could live with? Hey,
Why don't you hear from the
not
other
10 o'clock.
residents?
Wait, let's see what he has to say.
So, I have the floor, please. I'm talking to the
Nobody's
gentleman.
on-
I'm asking a
nobody's
question.
online.
Please let him answer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go on.
So to me, it should follow all the other restaurants in the area. The closest two restaurants are 10 and 10:30. There's nothing that's open past 11 o'clock in the area.
Yeah.
All right, that's his answer.
Okay, but I would like to say something, Vincent, just one moment. It's a different venue than Serafina,
Yeah,
the other one. I think you have to understand the difference. Bobby Van's is much more of a bar as well as a restaurant, but it is a drinking venue. I want everybody to understand that, okay? So I want you to understand that, sir, because it is not Serafina, which is a totally different kind of restaurant, and the other one as well. So.
Susan,
The other one is the takeout.
Yeah, yeah.
Susan,
Yes, Tammy.
a menu like this with so many small plates is definitely still being designed to be a place for a cocktail event. Cocktails.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the focus based on the menu that I see in front of me is more towards drinks and tapas, drinks and hors d'oeuvres, drinks and than it is for a sit down menu in terms of a dinner experience. So there has to be some back and forth. Plus, this is a huge venue. It's 200 and over 250 people top and bottom with the potential to have music, dancing, private events. It'd be a lovely space to do socials as well as other things. It fits right in that kind of genre. So it does make me concerned that we should have a conversation about how many buyouts they're gonna do,
Well,
because
we-
it'll be,
Yeah, we did touch on that.
We did, they're not gonna get more than 12
Yeah.
this time around, one a month, and they can combine them
During
at Christmas
Christmas
or
and
whatever, but
holidays.
not more than 12 a year.
okay, but they need to have for their events, a drop off and pickup plan, so we, you know,
We're talking about cars. I started that conversation.
yep, there has to be a drop off and pickup plan here.
Allowed, there are no cars to be allowed on Broad Street or the other street unless they pay the guard, you know, which I can't control.
Can't
I
even
mean,
get
you
the
know,
residents
but-
can't even get.
Right.
They have to go to exchange, they gotta.
They have to go to exchange to get,
Right.
or walk up to Broadway or
Right.
wherever. So there are no cars
Hard
there.
Street.
But when they have events, I would like to put in the stipulation that they have some kind of security.
Well, they have to complete the large venue.
Yeah, the large.
That requires security, that requires sanitation and all that stuff.
So we're back to hours, everybody, and I,
Can I make a proposal?
oh, please.
Thank you. So we want to be, you know, we want them to be successful. We want them to understand that they could open for 6 months and then come back to us, that this is not a forever kind of a thing. When's their opening date that they're searching or aiming for?
August.
Okay,
It's August, which is after summer, but it's it's the fall and the holidays.
right.
Okay?
So we really won't get a feel for how they are as business operators, maybe for a year. Let's be
That's
honest, it'll
correct.
be 9 months. But if they open for 6 months and they came back to us, we could certainly have the conversation. I think that they could be flexible with the community for Sunday to Thursday, and the community board could be flexible for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Right? I do think that Thursday should be a shift night where it goes into, so if we're saying 11 o'clock on Sundays to Wednesdays, or
10
and
o'clock.
Thursday.
Sundays.
So if you're saying 10 o'clock Sunday to Wednesday, Thursdays could be later because it's the night that a lot of people still, it's the new Fridays, right? So maybe they get 11:30 on Thursdays and 12:30 on Friday and Saturdays.
For 6 months.
I would, see, Francis and I were talking, I would give them, Monday to Wednesday till 11. And I would say, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, till, I would give them till 12. It's the weekend, whatever, but I would give Monday to Wednesday till 11.
It's a pretty big difference from what Bobby Vance had.
Yes, it is good.
I'm just.
Bobby Van is no longer in business.
Right.
But remember, so hold on a second. What we're referring to with Bobby Vans was their actual operating hours that they ended up with. That didn't mean that's what their license was. So if we're allowing them till 11, if they have no business, they're not going to stay open till 11. They're going to close at 10 or 10:30 because they, along with the community, they don't want to be losing money.
And they don't want the neighbors to complain, so you're going.
But the only thing,
I'm not
I
sure.
the only thing I would ask is we wouldn't do Friday and Saturday till 1 AM.
No.
We're not gonna do that.
No, I just am not gonna do it because it is a residential building. It's a huge building and it's just not right.
And just remember, you have 6 months to prove that you're a great neighbor before you come back. And when you come back, you should come back with signed affidavits from the people in the building.
We disagree with you for 6 months. We're gonna give them at least 9 to 12. I'll let them come back in 9 months, but 6 months is too short. Gotta see them get through the holidays and all of that.
Okay.
And we gotta see that
Can
the
I just say
neighbors
one
not
thing that-
complain.
Just one thing that she said about coming back with affidavits, just let her know that we do have petitions, maybe she didn't see.
I
them,
have
but
them in front of
I
me.
have petitions from people in the
Yeah,
building.
well, I think one of the issues that always happens, so we all understand one another, the people on the lower floors have real trouble, okay? Because the noise is, whatever. Those of us who live near Stone Street, we know it travels and whatever else up, but it's not the same as when you're on a lower floor. Mark,
We're gonna clean up a few things. On your top floor, is there residential directly above you,
You mean the floor right above them?
wherever you?
Wait, is there a residential floor?
Is
Okay,
there-
maybe Jennifer knows that.
Is
yeah.
there soundproofing?
Yes, there is soundproofing from Robin, that said soundproofing.
Do you know from that, you spoke to that person about previous issues, any issues?
So there's four apartments that they are gonna be directly underneath.
Right.
Just based on the square footage of it. We're one of those. We've talked with everybody on the floor.
So was it soundproofing that's there?
Oh, I don't know.
Did it work?
So you don't know.
It didn't work. No, I wasn't there. We,
Oh,
Previously?
were any of the other neighbors there?
we heard that there were problems from one neighbor, but that was also, he was complaining that he probably visited outside during COVID and then,
There was other issues.
I don't know if that was inside. I don't know.
Okay.
So who's gonna be the on-site manager?
Both of them.
All right, so why don't you guys exchange phone numbers?
Right, so that
Right
if
now.
there's a problem, he
Add
can
that to the resolution, and please add to the resolution that the residential complaints concerned about.
And, but my client would
wants
like
to
to
say
say something if he can.
Mhm.
I feel like you should be able to.
Appreciate you here today. I understand your concern and everything, but we have $80,000 every month for rent. And this house, it will not be. I'm 20 years operator on a restaurant. And not New York, and I don't know New York. I'm about to learn. Here is my proposal. I understand and I appreciate you. Top floor, first floor, second floor, they have a problem. How about we extend the house only for the vault?
The vault area.
The vault area, the 120 or the
Not gonna hear anything
114
down there.
seats, so I can make the 80,000.
Oh, you mean have different hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ground floor and the vault
So,
floor.
because
When people come out of the restaurant, which is apparently a restaurant, right? Like, we're going back into this being.
Yeah, but you have people.
One at a time.
He proposed originally 2 and 4. That is not a restaurant. There's no restaurant that wants to be open till 4 a.m. I think we all know that. I think we know what they're about to try to build there, and it is a
think
residential
that's-
area. And I appreciate you don't know the area, you don't live in the area, but it is a community. It is 4 apartment buildings, they're condos and apartments. There's no other restaurants that stay out that late.
But as we
Is
all
that even
know,
insane to think that-
Wait, hold on.
okay,
I want to
ask.
So what's gonna be different on the ground floor and the vault? Are you gonna have just drinking in the vault and
so
dinner on the
if the
ground floor?
problem, because I heard the gentleman says, if the problem is the first and the second floor,
Right.
we'll stop 11 or 1 o'clock or whatever you give us,
Mhm.
or 12 o'clock,
Mhm.
serving on the first floor,
Mhm.
and we will serve only in the vault.
But in the vault, are you planning?
Menu, there's a different menu, Jay, in the vault. Is
So
that
it's like
correct?
being in the basement. So,
Same
got it.
concept, but a different menu in the vault.
Right, so are you gonna have music,
So is-
anything in the vault?
Is the vault the nightclub?
So the vault is not a club, he's saying that the vault is gonna be.
It's just extending a little bit the hours, because I
Gotcha.
understand his concern, but my concern is if I can survive those 9 months, I don't think so. And I know that, and I know. I'm operating 20 years restaurants,
Yeah, but not in New York,
not in New York.
and
but
not
I
in a
try-
residential community,
Correct.
different.
But if we can extend it only in the vault, a little bit to give.
But that's why I'm asking to tell us what's the
Right,
difference
right.
between the first floor and the vault.
I want you to listen just 1 second, okay? What you can't communities, what happens when they leave. So you leave they leave your vault, and there is still the noise and the carrying on, and there are residences all around. It's not just your building. Across the street, diagonally across, they're all they're condos and some is a rental. So we want you to be successful. That's not what we're saying, but I can't change. I want some consistency. I really do. So I would give you, I mean, I have to listen to my committee, but Thursday to Saturday, we were gonna give you till midnight. I would take away Thursday, but they were willing to give you till midnight. I don't see why you can't make it. And Monday, to Wednesday till 11 PM and Sunday till 10. I think that's reasonable and you can come back. I'm not saying you can't. Let's see how it works, but I'm loath to do it at the very beginning.
Okay, well, that's gonna be the stipulation, so.
Um,
Did you wanna, so the same hours for all 3 floors?
Two
There's
floors.
only 2 floors.
As opposed to his suggestion? of-
Right.
I'm not
Too confusing.
Okay.
What would you want, what would you want, since I know my committee already, what would you want for the downstairs space?
So the downstairs, I love to be 12, Monday through, Sunday through.
Well, that's
No,
Sunday.
no, that's Sunday.
Sunday's
Thursday.
10. They don't do anything for Sunday, 10 o'clock.
Oh, yes,
Sunday is
okay,
fine.
Sunday it's no.
Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday, and Saturday.
Yes, 12 and 1.
12 and 1?
But he was 12, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and 1, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No. I could go.
Okay, stop. Here we go. Are we ready?
No, I don't think we're ready.
Let's could vote for one.
Yes,
to be
and
honest.
that's what I said from the beginning. I could give them one.
Very-
And I live in we all live in the community. So we all, and I've lived here 50 years. So listen, we all have seen the community change.
So.
We get it.
I get it. So. You are?
I'm a really good dear friend of them, and I'm
Who's them?
The owner.
Steven,
Oh.
and I've been in the industry for 10 years. I do apologize. Can I just say one thing? I'm so sorry.
Go say it.
Sorry. So I've been in the industry for over 10 years. I've been running restaurants in Manhattan. So I know the New York City market. I've known these guys for a very, very long time. Over 8, 9 years.
Okay.
That being said, these guys care about the people. These guys care about neighborhood. They know Connecticut market very, very well.
That's not,
And,
okay.
but I know the New York City market.
Okay.
I opened up numerous restaurants
Okay.
in Manhattan myself.
Okay, and
That being said, I know how the rental market is, how expensive it is to run restaurants. They closing at 10 o'clock at night, no disrespect to anybody, is going to hurt them in the long run. It will be.
Not on Sunday.
Well, Sunday's gonna be
Not-
10, no
not-
matter
yeah,
no matter
not-
what you say.
Not Sunday, yeah, I totally
Okay.
respect that.
okay, so that's the only
Of course.
10 o'clock.
But even like the upstairs and downstairs, just being open, it's going to make a huge difference. That being said, they care about the neighborhood. I'm going to, like I said, you don't know me.
Okay,
but
Got it.
got your point.
Thank
It
you.
also
Thank you.
sounds.
Thank you.
No, we understand.
We
That's why
understand.
I would go along with the different seating in the vault and on the first floor. And granted, I understand that one, I mean, remember, quality of life.
So I have an idea, okay? I'm loath to do it, but I have an idea because I'd like to have a consensus, okay? I would say that Thursday to
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'd give them till 1.
No, just Friday, Saturday.
All right, Mark, I like that even better.
Just Friday,
Do
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday to 1, and wait, and,
If you're gonna
I
do-
would give them,
This is not a restaurant anymore.
Right, you have to
it's a
hold it. You
bar,
have-
I know. Thursday,
To be
Friday,
fair, there are still
Saturday
some
to
24-hour
1.
restaurants in
Okay.
New York.
And so
Just to be fair.
Monday,
Monday through Wednesday.
Monday through Wednesday, I'd still give them 11,
No, thank you.
because it's a school and whatever else. I'd give them Thursday till 12, and Friday and Saturday till 1. Sunday stays at 10.
What about the
They
top
hold-
floor?
What?
The what?
What about just the top floor below the residence?
It's just too, you get tied up in your underwear.
No,
Can I say something? The
Yes.
liquor license,
Mhm.
is it going to be 2 different hours, a different floor? The
Yeah,
liquor
they're not gonna
license?
do
No,
that.
no, we disagree with that.
different license for
Right.
each floor.
If we're gonna do that, that's the case.
Guys, okay, we're speaking, let one person speak and then,
So,
please, I have to rewatch this recording.
Sure.
Please have mercy on me.
so
Thank you.
let's do this. Sunday 10. Monday to Wednesday, I would say 11, unless you all contradict me. Thursday, midnight, and Friday and Saturday, 1. That is a pretty big compromise, and let's see how you do. And you can come back in 9 months, and I'm not gonna give you 6 months. When do you expect to open?
August, he said August.
August. I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Susan, can you give them 6 months? If they're crying
No.
poverty now, 6 months will get them to come back
My
to us in
committee says
April.
No, they're also.
Try to get them through the summer, see what happens.
Yeah, they're not opening in the summer. Let's give them, they're gonna open in August if they're lucky.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, so they have all.
They're not gonna open in August because people aren't around in August. They're gonna open in September when all the businesses and everybody's back. We kind of know that. Come on.
Tammy, we're gonna give them 9 months.
Okay.
And you and your neighbors, first of all, you're gonna have the numbers, so you're gonna call them. If at 12 o'clock they're making noise,
Just
you're
wanna
gonna
get some
call them.
things clear in the.
Second thing is you are going to let us know if there's a problem. You'll let us know if there's an issue. And you guys will know that.
Okay, Mark wants to say something.
So for the resolution, we're gonna add that the two managers and the representative are going to exchange cell phone numbers, okay? The other thing is, will you be able to have someone, they don't even have to be drunk. Just people leaving and talking loud and all that stuff late at night is disruptive. They might even be totally sober. So you commit to have a person outside to mitigate.
They're required to under the large venue
So
If I'm more than one.
stipulation, Mark.
No.
No,
what-
anytime.
And they're required to, no matter what, under the large venue stipulation.
I mean,
You have to have an employee outside to
We're
move.
gonna have three managers.
You will have to.
So someone outside.
Hello, one time.
Hey, let me finish.
But this is not a special situation. Under the large venue, we have to be clear. We have rules for all large
I
venues.
got it. Can I?
Above 74 people, it's required. I just want to be clear about that.
Right, not a person that's gonna be inside, has to be called to come downstairs, someone who's appointed to do that. All right, so add that to the resolution as well.
Somebody will be
Okay.
out to kind of
So-
monitor.
So, and I wanna say one more thing. We appreciate the fact that you're paying a high rent, but in reality, that's not really somewhat our concern.
Right.
We have to balance your business with the quality of life of the residents.
Right.
At the end of the day, they were there first. If you're gonna come in and do something that's disruptive,
Right.
or potentially disruptive, we have to balance that out.
Right.
So we just can't say because you're paying a high rent, that was your decision. So we have a balancing act for that. So that's not really an argument in your favor.
Right.
So-
We'll consider it, but.
Because we want you to
Thank
succeed,
you.
but we want that.
End of conversation.
So, I'm gonna propose this, okay, I'm just counting on my fingers. So, I'm going to say that we got the hours down, you got more than I even thought you were gonna get because of my committee, because they're very good. And I will say to you, you can come back next April, which is a compromise before 9 months and 12 months and 6 months. And you can come because it'll be summertime that you'll be going into, and let's see how you do.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Final
So
hours.
the final hours are Sunday till 10, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday till 11, Thursday till 12, Friday and Saturday till 1.
Okay, that's.
And you may find you don't have that business.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you will. All right, and then
still
we've
with
also given you
12
12
buyouts.
buyouts, events to have during the year. If you want to have them at 2 at December or 3, because that's okay, but your maximum is 12. And when you have one of those buyouts, and you're gonna have a lot of people, I want 2 people kind of monitoring outside, one inside, one outside, to make.
What about the parking?
An additional stipulation is that you notify those guys
Yeah.
and let
Yeah,
them
it's
know
not-
when you're having a buyout.
Oh,
You have to
good.
let everybody know that, okay, this weekend we're doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah, that's a
Okay?
good, okay?
Yes.
All
What about
right,
the parking?
Joel,
So, because you have to go through the barriers with police, you go through the cobblestone, the elixir deliveries and food deliveries and everything else. Where are you planning on having your deliveries?
We do have an entrance to the back and a freight elevator there, so that is where the building is removing garbage currently, and that is
So what time you have these trucks rolling through?
early in the morning. I would
And
say
what-
eight.
Early in the morning.
we'll kind of work with the building whenever they're doing for garbage for deliveries, but I assume
Then we'll put that in the stipulation.
On what street is the back entrance?
it is back from Beaver Street.
Yeah, you know.
Worry about the, food deliveries, liquor deliveries, and everything else.
It
Well-
is the same entrance from.
Not
the
the
garbage.
Timing.
So, yeah, we'll most likely do that 6 to 8 in the morning.
Six,
With them?
no, 6 is okay?
Yeah, that's when the garbage come in.
Okay, well, fine.
What about the, you said if it's a large venue, they have to have a parking?
No,
They
there's
say
no
stop
parking.
parking, so they might not even cars, street plan,
No,
no?
their street plan, they have no street plan
Well, yeah.
because it's closed.
Yeah, it's
They
closed.
can't have any cars on that street. They will have people on William and Exchange or be people at the Wall Street or whatever. or however it is.
You guys talking about, it's not in there.
Uh,
I thought they had.
what they
So we do normally have them park in a particular area, like parking. Have their black cars meet them in a particular area.
So, I think we'll put in that your drop off
Where are
and
they gonna
pick
drop
up
off?
for large venues will be either on William or on Broadway. Because those are the only places. William, you can do William and Beaver. It's not,
It's just not gonna be, it's just not gonna be broader exchange.
That's
because they
correct.
can't get there.
okay? So, and I have a.
William is messy too.
So
You
let's.
can barely
clean it
get
up.
down William these days.
Oh, I
Really? I know.
Really?
Okay, second.
Well, it's near Subway. Okay, all in favor? An abstention?
Refusal was allowed.
I'm abstaining.
They got till April. What do you want?
Well,
Jean, are you voting?
I guess not. All right. Thank you and good night.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks for your time.
I will send you.
Oh, something else, you're just here for them?
Yeah, I'm here for that.
Ah.
I'm really good friends with them, that's why.
So. It's kind of here, because we say that I'm gonna have a traffic. Well, we didn't get the active, but all right. That's what I was
4
saying.
South Street.
Hey, babe.
You can keep it.
That's what I was saying. Talk about traffic going with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not on here.
Well, it isn't. The traffic plan is like the second or third line.
There's something
Yeah.
else you guys mentioned on the
Stairs. Oh, yeah, no, I was talking about the traffic, the car.
Here. All right. I've got, Whitehall Terminal,
Yes, it's actually, it's a vessel license. It's the boat. Yes,
but it's right on the side, isn't it?
no, the stand on
Right
ferry
in.
terminal.
It's an actual
Stand on
boat.
boat.
It's an actual ferry.
The stand on ferry.
So we approved this years ago, how come it's not coming up on a renewal?
Yeah, why don't we go here? Was it full liquor before or just beer?
No, just beer.
I think just, yeah.
This is new.
This is
Yeah.
full liquor.
Yeah, and the only thing I could have when I was on a nice sunset night was a beer.
So
But
what?
it's not gonna be much liquor.
It's like, it's very limited bar.
Yeah.
They don't have this chair. They don't have a chair. It's on the ferry. It's on the actual ferry. What do we have?
On the- on the
Nothing.
ferry.
Call it question. Can we call it question?
Guys, he can't, one of the problems for Onesh is he has to listen to us afterward. She's nuts because everybody's
You
talking.
guys drive me nuts every month.
So, tell us your names.
This type of behaving, we're deciding whether or not you even have to talk about this, because we think we can just vote. Vote.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
My name is Freddy, I'm the representative, and that's Dean Marino.
Hi.
And basically, like I said, it's a vessel with license, it's on the ferry boat. From 8 AM to 8 PM, that's basically it.
That's what I
All right, all the questions.
Second.
All in favor?
Favor.
Sunday is 10.
10 o'clock.
It's a moving vessel.
It's on the vessel.
It doesn't-
It's the actual Staten Island ferry.
In the future.
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, we plan to do 4 or 5 more boats. Do we have to come back to the meeting again for
How
the,
many boats do you have now?
right now, this is the first show, we're gonna do like 4 or 5 more, right? Right.
Can you do them all at one time?
But this one is specific to this boat on here.
This is
No.
specific to this boat, but I have a question. That's all my question, just let me ask it. Is this the regular Staten Island ferry? So it's one boat you're coming for as the operators of the ferry, and you're not doing it on any other boat?
We can't change the license from one boat to the other.
You can't?
No,
Okay.
it's only
I
on
got it.
the Diamond.
So this is it for now? There you go.
No, but he's asking when they come back.
If they
come
add
from different
additional,
boats.
if they
They
add
come back with
additional
4
boats to the
different-
route,
Come back.
they have to come back
You
because
gotta
this one
come
says
back. I'm not letting you off. the
specific
hook.
boat.
No, they have 4 more boats. Can they come at one time and do the 4 boats?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
You don't have to
Each,
come
each one will be a separate license.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
all right, no problem.
Be a
So the
separate
one-
license.
Okay.
Okay, but you can come back.
You don't have to come 4.
Did we vote?
Yes.
We have to vote again so you can count.
All
It
in
was-
favor?
Yes, yes.
Online, Sammy, you good? All right, good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Let's watch the next.
Now I have, I should have done 9 Barclay.
We're right here.
Oh, it's you. I know it's you. Okay. Please introduce yourself.
Sure, let me hand out some packets.
Next might win.
The Knicks better win.
One is fine. Oh, they are? Very close.
Okay,
Well,
before we get started on 9 Barclay, because this is going to be a discussion, please take it one at a time. Please don't talk over a crowd. If you're gonna argue, please put up your hands or I'm gonna start treating you like children, I swear to God.
Guys are gonna do a discussion.
so let me start by saying, I want you to all understand, this is the Woolworth Building. Okay? This is not just some fly-by-night. The entrance is on 9 Barclay. Okay? Remember, there were strip clubs, there was music, there were a lot of things there. This is a new venue. They'd like to open it up, and this is what their proposal says.
Susan. All right. Can I? Go ahead.
Introduce yourself. It's going to be a large venue, so all of you know.
So, I know many of you, some of you I don't. My name is Phil Dorn, Bernie Bizetsky and Bookman. I have Travis Litz and Ron Castellano, who are sitting right here, as well as some of the other members of their team that they've put together. We're up here tonight. I know this is gonna be a discussion about the hours. I know some people's immediate reactions are a quick no, but I ask them to bear with me, give me a few seconds to give some context here. So these guys and the team that I just introduced are looking to open a cafe by day, open at 8 a.m. in the morning, and a restaurant and lounge at night. I'll be upfront about the hours from the start. We're asking for 4 a.m. on the weekend, 2 a.m. during the week. This is located, as Susan mentioned, in the historic Woolworth building that was at one point in time the tallest building in New York, tallest building in America, I believe. Steps away from here, steps away from City Hall, what was supposed to be an icon in downtown New York. The Woolworth building approached these guys and asked if they would take over the space that's been vacant since basically the pandemic and help to use it to revitalize what has been unfortunately a desolate and vacant and kind of sad area. Me personally, I was telling Susan this earlier, I live on Murray Street in the West Side Highway and I work on Broadway, north on Thomas Street. So every day I walk down Murray all the way to Broadway and then up north on Broadway. I firsthand experienced how many vacancies there are, how sad, how unfortunately seedy that part of Broadway has become. The Woolworth building wants to revitalize this neighborhood. It needs to, for the sake of downtown New York, for the sake of City Hall. It needs rejuvenation, it needs energy, it needs an anchor that can help bring in other businesses to help this area recover. In order to do that, these guys need to be able to stay open later than others, later than what you guys probably want to pitch to us. With tons of restrictions on the license, they're just going to fail, they're just going to bottom out, just like the previous businesses that were in the Woolworth building. Almost done here. We understand that this is not a one-way street. We understand that we need community input. That's an important part of this process. And we are proud to say that we have worked with the community at length to get their input. I'm proud to say I've been doing this for many years now. We received more signatures by a country mile than I've ever seen any applicant. We have over 1,000 signatures. I have them right here. Couldn't print them all for you guys because that would have been too much to print. I couldn't carry all the signatures. I have 2 copies here. It's 56 pages, front and back, 1,000 signatures. The large majority of which are residents that live within a 2-block radius. These are people that stand to be impacted, and these signatures, every single supporter understood that the hours were 4 a.m. on the weekend, 2 a.m. during the week. We also got a letter of support from the condo board, which says that the entire condo board and 30 of the 32 condo residents inside support this application for the hours that we are pitching. We have so much support for this. The community input is imperative here, and we got it. Just to wrap it up, we understand that there's a shock value to asking for 4 a.m. and 2 a.m. But if you consider all the factors here, you consider that we have the support of the residents nearby. There is no one here, to my knowledge, and if they are, please, I'd like to hear from them. But there is no one here that we know of that is here to speak in opposition of this. We got the support. We did the work. This is the historic Woolworth building, so we ask for your consideration.
Thank you, Bill. All right, so, I'm gonna not say a word. I want to hear from my committee. Duran and then Mariana.
Yeah, isn't there you said, so, feedback, this is gonna be a cafe starting at 8 a.m. and then bar at what, midday onward or evening?
Yeah, probably. I mean, if someone wants a glass of wine with lunch, that would probably be the earliest. So.
Isn't there a business that's identical on the other side of the Woolworth building? It's a cafe during the day and then a bar? Yeah, the 5 and Dine, is that correct?
They just
They're out.
closed.
They just closed?
Out of business.
Like when? Because I was there.
I was there a week ago.
Okay, so that helps their case a little bit here, because I was gonna be like, well, let's look at their hours.
But it doesn't help because.
Well,
Yeah, another failed business.
yeah, okay. All right, that's all I had. I wanted to get the clarification, so that's good now.
So, I mean, I think that the presentation, it was supposed to be a positive, that they're wanting this to be an anchor to encourage other businesses. I think that's a negative. I don't think that we need to be setting any kind of precedent to encourage other businesses in the area to be open till 4 a.m. I don't think that that's what the community at large wants, even if it is the case that people want this particular location to be, and I don't have the package. I take you for your word that that is what the immediate community wants. But I think that we know that the community at large does not want that. We've all been doing this for a long time, and we do it every month. And we hear from the community, we heard from some today that didn't even want to go till 1 a.m. So I don't like the idea of encouraging other businesses to want to be anchored in at 4 a.m.
May I address those?
No, not yet. Let me just say a couple of things. One, know where it is in comparison to the other one, okay? I want us all to understand that. The condo owners, I've seen the petition he's gonna submit, seen to have signed from the building. There are not that many condo owners, but they're there. I am loath to there's nothing that can convince me at this moment in time for, so I want to hear from you, but I want to hear from before Daron, but I'll let Daron, and then I want Mark to talk.
So the nearest bar there, I believe, is Barley Corn, not Barley Corn, what's it called now? Used to be Barley Corn, Park Place goes full way.
The sports bar
It's
thing.
what is it? It's Yeah, Park Place
Yeah,
goes the full way through
yeah,
Mar,
yeah.
what's there?
Brickyard?
Brickyard, thank you. It used to be called Barleycorn. I said the
Yeah.
B, I still get the names confused. What, do we know what their operating hours are? Because that is the closest, that's a much larger space than this one. What are their hours?
What's it called?
It's
Brickyard.
Brickyard, it's Brickyard. It's been there for a few years now.
And they just changed
Um,
names.
I don't know, that's, maybe that's a
But this would
guideline.
essentially be 20 hours a day.
Yeah.
And
No,
that, there's
and this is for
The other
that,
one. I
eight
think
AM
opens
to
at
4
10.
AM, and nothing else,
no,
nothing
and that
else has that.
particular one is a sports bar.
Yeah.
Nassau's nowhere
So
near.
it has
Yeah.
There's a lot of names of places. that-
Brickyard.
Nowhere near.
Yes, here.
They won't be, we live with, they will.
Because that's a close.
It was there before this.
50 years.
It was a place called Woolies.
Woolies,
Uh,
right?
It's been F&B for decades.
Yeah, a long time.
Because they already had the kitchen, everything in there.
Yeah. It's been vacant for several years now because really businesses are.
You know, you know, for those of you who don't know, in the Woolworth Building, many, many moons ago, was Harry's. Harry's was there before he was at Stone Street.
We used to be able to access the
An
building.
iteration of
too.
Barry's.
You go to the swimming pool.
Isn't there a Chinese restaurant called Goodies? In Chatham Square?
I'm sure not related.
All right, well, I know that, but I'm just saying.
Okay, we're looking that up, Jerome. It's
Okay.
hard for her. Anything else, Mark? and
Yeah, but I
everybody?
mean, basically, you basically said, you always gotta take each thing on a case by case basis,
I know.
considering what's around in the neighborhood and what's, but, 4 AM is certainly a no-go these days. I mean, it's not 1992 anymore,
So,
Okay, I'm listening. Well, Francis wants to make one comment.
I just wanted to react to a statement that he made about the area being very seedy. I take offense to that because I don't think that it does.
You said.
Well, remember something.
There are stores closing, but to describe it like that.
One
it's not
side down.
fair.
Well, anyway, and if you go up Barclay, there's a very, very
High-end hotel.
hotel, and there is a rental run by Glenwood Management. I mean, it's a bit, so it's not, there are a lot of people around there too, but that area of Broadway and Barclay, yes, is desolate on some level. Okay, so somebody proposed something to me.
so I just want to say, I think we should definitely consider the,
Hey, I want to ask some questions.
Oh, Tammy has, wait, but
Okay.
let Harry go first, then you.
definitely consider the condo and the owners since they live in the building. However, of the petitions, a number of the addresses are, not in the area, on the other side of the park, blocks that, they're not really upon the,
But there are a bunch from 25.
there's a lot from Nassau Street.
No, that's.
Which has nothing-
2 blocks. We eliminated like every single signature that's not within 2 blocks. This was as good of outreach as you could possibly have.
All right, so before,
You know what Nassau Street is. Okay, it's on the other side of City Hall
well, there's also by us.
and a block down.
Tammy wants to say something.
So I have a couple questions as long as you're talking about enlivening the neighborhood to make sure it's lively. Would you be willing, because they're going to be building eventually, a kiosk for the deliveristas to be able to allow your restrooms to serve the public, especially in off hours at night, especially the deliveristas who will have a hub directly across the street?
That's a safety concern that I don't think we could commit
Of
to.
course not. I could answer that.
Come on, Danny.
You know what? Better to ask than not ask, because these are the same guys who would be doing
You
deliveries.
don't ask, you don't get. That's the
8
rule.
Spruce is across the street from me,
Okay.
and I don't live by the Woolworth Building.
And by the way, the success or not of Five and Dime, of Woolies and the rest of it had nothing to do with their availabilities to close at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, some of it is dependent on obviously what happened during COVID, rent, everything else that came with it. Bars suffered more than restaurants did who were able to set up outside. So the question that I'm going to ask the operator is what kind of live music and what kind of events are they planning? Because that was a large part of some of the other things that were at the bars that were around the Woolworth building was entertainment and planned events.
And they said DJs as well.
And I haven't heard anything about any of that, so I'd like to hear more of that.
Live music and DJs.
And I have answers to a lot of the concerns that were addressed.
Okay, go on.
Go for it.
I'll
Go
try to
for
go.
her live music and,
All right, I'll start with the entertainment and then I'll work back. So the plan is, as you noted, to have live music and DJs. Those will not be an everyday occurrence. In fact, full buyouts will be extremely infrequent. We're happy to stipulate the number of those. This is just for weekends, perhaps Thursday nights, to curate an environment that fosters that allows people to want to come, basically. This is not a party, this is not a ticketed event, a promoted event, anything like that. This is a hangout spot for people that live nearby and hopefully attract some people into this neighborhood.
How come 5 and Dime failed?
Oh, sorry, I'm now.
Five and Dime used to close at 11 o'clock. That was their published hours.
I said, how come they failed? They were a nice place.
$13 beers aren't gonna be going very far.
So just some of the other comments that were made, I just want to try to address as best as I can. So, someone made a comment that it was perhaps a negative that we would be an anchor in this neighborhood. Our goal is not to say, okay, we get 4 a.m., so let's bring in a bunch of 4 a.m.s and make this the next, Dime Square or the next Williamsburg with warehouse raves. That's not what we're looking for. An anchor tenant does not need to be the model for everybody else. Although I support all small businesses, our point is just that if we can succeed there, then other businesses will be motivated to succeed, to try as well. And if we can't succeed there, if we don't get the restrictions lifted in a way so that we can succeed there, then nobody else is even gonna come close. And so that was the point about anchoring. I don't necessarily mean that everyone should get 4 a.m. Just to keep going here, someone mentioned, the other gentleman from the previous application, he had hesitation about even 1 a.m. or midnight. This is just a totally different neighborhood, totally different application. I don't think that's quite relevant. Someone mentioned, we just don't do 4 a.m. That's not a thing. It's not the early 90s anymore. Susan, you and I have spoken about this in the past. Some of you may understand that the State Liquor Authority looks down on blanket policies about hours of operation. They ask that community boards do everything on a case-by-case basis.
And we do. I have to interrupt you on that. I even said we do things on a case-by-case basis.
I didn't target you. I don't mean to target you. I just asked that.
So to make that inference is, not.
The point
We couldn't do that, because I did say we do things on a case-by-case basis. If you were in a warehouse district, with no residential people around, we'll give you 4 a.m., but that doesn't exist, okay?
I understand. The point I was trying to make about that was that if it's not 4 a.m. here in this neighborhood, then where is it 4 a.m.?
I just said a warehouse district with no residential people.
Does that exist in this neighborhood?
It doesn't, so don't ask for it.
Mark, that's not true. It does exist. If you were inside Brookfield,
everybody.
No, I'm saying in this.
if you were inside Brookfield, there would be no issues with the timing because it wouldn't come out. We've given later
That's
hours
not-
to places around there.
That's not this.
The last point I would like to make is that we have a lease with the Woolworth building that is airtight, and this landlord has a huge reputation to uphold. We will get kicked out of the lease if we are bad operators. This is, as Susan, as you mentioned at the beginning, this is not just some random one-off landlord. This is not some random place. This is a very historic building, and there's a lot on the line.
I got it. All right, so, somebody,
Did we figure out Brickyard's hours?
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm asking you to look. I'm
Maybe it's on their
asking-
website.
What there?
Maybe it's on their website.
I think we know that no one's hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Right, there are, I want to be very clear, so
I believe there's someone.
there are, There are a few places that we have grandfathered in over the years that have till 4 AM. Not off the bat, as Mark says. Some came way before, but we do it on a case-by-case basis. And we monitor and we have agreements with those people and they've had a track record with us. Correct, Joe?
Can I speak to Ron's track record? Ron had
With us.
in this community board for a decade. 100 Lafayette. He had 4 AM, 7 nights a week. It closed about 7 years ago, something like that. He had no issues with it.
Okay, so everybody help me out, because you don't want me to do it.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, 10 AM, so we know 10 PM on.
Sunday is at 10 PM.
That's,
Sundays at 10.
okay, now we gotta figure out the other 6 days.
I think asking for 20 hours a day is ridiculous. And that's what it is essentially. Opening at 8 and closing at 4 is 20 hours a day.
Okay,
That's too much.
do we have a problem with a cafe
It's
part of
free.
it? Opening at 8 AM? I think that-
No, I don't need to look at that. I understand what Miriam is saying. My issue are the late night, the morning hours, 8 and 2 AM. First of all, no Sunday in this community. It is 10 o'clock, at least your first year of operation. And we don't like to go past it. Sometimes we go to 11, depending on the place or whatever. So that is out for sure. On a Sunday, that's fine, but 10 PM is the maximum. So everybody, Thursday to Saturday and Monday to Wednesday, look and tell me.
I would do how do we feel about midnight Monday to Wednesday?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that. I think, I'm just saying the suggestion that one can not make it, cannot survive.
Right.
Unless they
Right.
have 20 hours of business every day,
I heard
is,
you.
is ridiculous.
Well, and I don't disagree.
Pardon me for a
Okay,
second.
wait,
So-
no. I will let them speak, but first we're going to finish these hours.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't tell me that Monday to Wednesday to midnight, somebody can't make it. I don't want to hear it. This guy may not want it, you may not, and I may have to go to the liquor authority to fight it, but I will do it with my committee. Monday to Wednesday till midnight, no 2 AMs. Thursday to Saturday, everybody, what's your compromise?
1 o'clock.
I could do it to them.
So
Yeah, I agree.
I do 1 o'clock on, I mean, on Thursday. And
2.
Yeah.
All right, so you would do midnight from Monday to Thursday, am I correct? Monday to Wednesday. What on Thursday?
Friday, Saturday, 2 o'clock, that's the suggestion.
He's proposing.
I don't mind 2 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. And let me tell you, you better take it or you don't have to, but we're gonna fight it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just not, it's just not right. And you don't, just listen, please. You have not any experience here in New York City.
No, Ron.
No, he's
For 10 years.
Lafayette, not in our community.
Not here, not here.
Lafayette, yeah.
That's fine.
Just
Anyway.
noting also that, Pat and I noticed that we have a member of this board that lives in that building that did not sign.
Did not sign.
Well, they did say 30 out of 32.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I continue to go through all of the signatures. A lot are from Nassau Street and a lot are from 8 Spruce, a lot.
I'll give you.
Which is nowhere near.
So. I said.
Alyssa?
Yeah, was the sign. I spoke to her. She
I
said she
didn't
would
see
speak
it.
for us.
Okay. Where is she?
She's not here.
Where is
Say she didn't sign, she did.
But we didn't see a signature. We didn't see it. Neither one of us noticed it, is what I said.
Any changes?
Where is she? She was supposed to speak.
She said she would speak if I didn't know if she wouldn't be here.
That's fine, don't worry about it. Believe me. Mitch, I want to let Phil speak.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Are they saying that Elizabeth did or did not sign? I didn't see.
Said
it.
she did sign. One of the proprietors said that he spoke with Elizabeth, and I'm gonna take him on his word, and she said he said she signed,
and she was gonna
and
be
she was
here.
gonna speak up. Okay.
And she thought those
in favor.
hours were okay to 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know. She's not here, so I'm not going by hearsay.
Yeah, don't, I'm not worried about it, so let's move on. What, do you have a suggestion?
Yes, I do. Were you asking me?
Yeah, go on.
I just want everyone to perhaps understand that every single metric that you guys use in your meetings for judging applicants, we have checked that box off. We have experienced, Ron ran a place for 10 years with 0 complaints. We have over 1,000 signatures from people in the neighborhood. We have the condo board support. There's not a single person here to speak out. The only people speaking out are members of the committee. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anyone lives within a couple blocks of this establishment.
Well, you said Nassau is within a couple blocks and Eighth Spruce is within a couple blocks and we live there.
Okay, so you live in Ames,
So
so you do
I'm not across the street from Eighth Spruce.
Yeah.
support who hasn't had the opportunity to do so. My point being is that we have done everything this board continuously asks of applicant to the nth degree. We left no stone unturned here. To ask us for midnight, that is going to fail. That is not what the
That's not
board
true.
building is looking to help revitalize this neighborhood.
Monday to Wednesday, just listen to me, okay? Because I find it a little unreasonable on your behalf, okay? I just want to say, Monday to Wednesday, we're giving you till midnight, okay? Those are slow lights, blah, blah, blah. Thursday, we're giving you to 1 a.m., all right? We have given you till 2 a.m. We've been more than generous. You are not gonna not make money till 2 a.m. It's a big venue space. I don't think we've been unreasonable, all right? I really feel very strong. Oh, they can speak in support. Go for it.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Sherman-Minsky, and I'm a filmmaker. I run an independent film production company called Simone Films, and I'm the founder of the Downtown Festival, which is a celebration of emerging artists alongside established icons in Lower Manhattan. I've been living in Lower Manhattan for the past 20 years. I live on Nassau Street, 118 Nassau Street, which is very close to this establishment, by the way. And my voice is quivering because I'm very passionate about the fact that we need something like this in the neighborhood, not just, I feel that very strongly for myself, but also for my community. I think that the community of artists who, work until very, very late at night, often kind of keep nocturnal hours. This is not with the effort to like go out and party. It's actually, Manhattan has kind of lost places where we can congregate and discuss like work and our kind of what we're putting out into the world. And I think on top of that, have like meetings with people who are in support of the arts. And I think something else to emphasize is that artists drive industries. Everyone ends up following the artist. Look at Soho in the 70s. Artists all moved there, and now look at what it became, right? And so we don't want that here. But what we need here is a place for people of all walks of life to be able to congregate. And I can speak very strongly and very passionately that these guys can create a space where people from different disciplines can come together and communicate and work with each other in various times of the day.
Well,
So if you were here earlier, I'm sure a lot of other people that were applying for licenses would beg to differ with you.
But thank you.
And the
In
artists.
terms of what though?
In
I
terms of,
respectfully.
in terms of need, that there's nothing in this area that would satisfy your clientele.
But those were different applications.
Anyway,
But I don't think that there is anything in this
well,
neighborhood that.
there are plenty of places. They're not necessarily by you or where you are exactly, but.
Neither is this one. It's not on Nassau.
Everybody stop. So I'm going to propose
Everything's in walking distance.
these hours. I'm going to say right out flat.
You did.
Okay, that as long as, we would be willing to think about additional hours after 6 months.
Susan,
or
can you,
9.
is this,
Wait, let me finish.
I'm
and then I'll-
confused. No, I'm confused about the venue itself. right? I asked, I never got an answer, Susan, on what actually programming that they're doing. The woman is here representing that it's a space for artists. We have other buildings that have come and presented and talked about that.
Personally.
She was
Personally.
speaking personally.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
They're
not
going to have dance, DJ, live music.
So it's a
okay?
nightclub.
It's
Yeah.
dancing. It's more like a nightclub.
I know.
Exactly.
It's not a night.
It's an
Breakfast
it's
is eating by
it's a
saying
nightclub.
this is a nightclub establishment. It's not
It's a
club.
nightlife establishment.
I preface that. We were transparent from the start.
No, he was. So this is my thought, everybody, and I don't want us to belabor. I have a couple more people who've been sitting here very nicely.
Even more supporters that would like to speak.
I have supporters. I'll let them
They
speak.
came, let them speak.
I'm gonna let them speak. Wait just a minute, okay? I just want to say one thing. I think our hours are reasonable. I'm perfectly willing to let anybody speak. However, I would say that you could come back in 6 or 9 months and we'll see how things have gone and we'll look at it. However,
6 to 9 months from the opening.
from the opening, absolutely, Mark. But
And I'd like to hear from
I
people
want to
plus-
tell you
plus three.
something. 4 o'clock, we may go to 3 o'clock sometime, but 4 o'clock is really an anathema for us, all right, that have lived here. And it's not because I'm old.
Well, part of it is that too. But I want to say that we have had venue, especially like up on Canal Street, we have had venues like this. The neighbors have gone insane. They have come here because car traffic, people outside be getting drunk and being outside on the street and making noise. People live across the street, people live above them. I don't understand how any of those people want to have noise at 4 o'clock in the
I
morning.
understand that point, but it's not really fair for you to speak for the neighbors when we actually have the neighbors who have spoken.
She's speaking of the larger community too.
I understand, but no one is here. We got a
let
1,000
them-
signatures plus the condo. I mean.
All right, so let's stop. There are 3 people who want to speak. The young man over here and then you, sir. All right, go. Hello.
We're limited to 3 minutes.
Sure, I'll be brief.
I'm sure they will.
Tell us where you live.
Yes, my name is Sam Cobb. I'm a resident of 8 Spruce. I run a gallery right back on Walker Street in Broadway. I'd say the Woolworth is kind of perfectly triangulated between home and my place of work. And I think for everyone in the room, it's this area is it's a funny catch-all. It's a little trifecta, it's a little financial district, it's a little city hall. And to me, the Woolworth feels like a perfect kind of meeting place. And as someone who's kind of frequently hosting gallery-related events, dinners, these were limited to spaces. This is I think this would be an ideal venue for bringing artists, creatives together. Some of those nights go later, and this is not something we'd be seeking in a nightclub. This is live jazz music or dinner, drinks that go late. And these are often residents of these neighborhoods that would be attending these events, collectors, in certain cases, artists, but I'm really limited as someone who does live just on the other side of the park, but I don't really have any venues in the 5-minute vicinity that I'd be looking to host some kind of gallery. So for me, the neighborhood kind of is missing something.
Thank you. Thank you. Sir?
My name is Michael Beebe. I've lived here on Murray Street for 4 years. Just a little bit about myself. I run a private tutoring company, so I teach kids at Ivy League schools, basically through the admissions process as well as their career. So we place, all over the world. And I've noticed over the past 4 years of living here that the reason why you moved to New York is because of the essence that it brings, the metropolitan, side of it, where you can meet anyone in the world at any time. And I feel like the charm that, once the Woolworth defined, especially back in 1913, was, has been lost. I think every time I've gone out in, local areas and come back to the Tribeca, there's no one on the streets, it's absolutely dead, it literally looks like Wall Street. Maybe I'm a little biased towards Wall Street, but I just think that at the end of the day, like, this is not a nightclub, this is an establishment that can, attract patrons of all demographics. And whether that be in the creatives, or even in, academics, or even in healthcare. I mean, my roommate right here also lives on Murray Street, and he works for Hospital for Special Surgery, which is the top orthopedic hospital in the world. I feel like an establishment like Goodies can emulate, what New York represents in the same light that the Nines do, or the Roxy, or the Django, and so forth. So I'm in full support of the 4 a.m. and I'm also in full support.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
No, no more. One time was all you're gonna get. Okay, no, I'm trying to get my committee out of here and make a decision on this. Tammy, go.
Okay, so I have a couple so this is a nightclub, let's be honest, that's what this is. It's a coffee house that turns into a nightclub. Nightclubs need a little bit longer than ours. I understand a 10 o'clock nightclub on a Sunday might be a little harsh. I'm just saying. But we can give them, I think, a little bit more leeway for 6 months and then see how it goes. I did not see an official letter from the condo board. They have lots of people.
They have an official letter. We have it, Tammy.
Okay.
We have
Then I think, we could be a little bit more flexible. That would be my suggestion. So if they're operating as a nightclub and a cafe, I would give them a little bit more time. I do think that the Friday, Saturday is fair. I might include it on a Thursday and boost that Sunday night to a little bit later. Just my comments and recommendations.
Proposing? Well, we're gonna, she's proposing Thursday to Saturday till 2 instead of,
I'm a Thursday through Saturday kind of person too. I don't like when we break it up into 3. I just don't disagree.
That's fine.
With the
That's
committee,
fine.
but I prefer the 2.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I give them till 2.
And then I would do midnight Sunday to Wednesday. I would.
I want to give you Sunday, 12 o'clock.
So I wouldn't do 10. I think if they're looking for a nightclub vibe, it's too early. If you're coming out of, hospitality, they're trying to grab the people.
Start yelling, because they have to go to work Monday morning.
Right, I think to Pat's point, I mean, to be fair, we don't need a nightclub 7 days a week.
Yes.
That's true. Well, this is what I would propose after hearing all of
The
it.
building said yes to a nightlife experience, but we're being honest that a large venue with a DJ and dancing is a nightclub.
Yeah.
So.
if the building wants it, let them have it.
It's not a nightclub.
I say let them have it.
It's
And when
basically
they start complaining, they ask for it.
Yeah, but it's very, very hard.
No, I say let them have it.
Everybody.
Midnight.
So I am willing, wait. Friday to, Thursday to Saturday till 2, okay? Monday to Wednesday till midnight. Unless you want to give them, till 1, it's up to whatever, but I think midnight's reasonable.
Okay.
And on Sunday,
Do the Sunday too.
I do the Sunday till midnight. I just give it to them. And if it's called, and if it's a problem, we'll deal with it. So
Let's
it's
go.
Sunday
I
to
say
Wednesday.
the board signed for it, so let them have it. If it's a problem.
No, I'm not giving them 4 a.m.
No.
Relax.
Midnight.
One last question,
It's
Mr.
not a question, just these things we need to add to resolution. Walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Right.
It's a nightclub. We need to add language to that to resolution.
That
That's
is
all
correct.
the hallmarks of a nightclub,
Yeah.
despite what's being represented by the applicant. And each case is taken on a case-by-case basis. It's not primarily our concern that they want to stay open late to pay their rent. We have to balance that with the community's needs and qualities of life. Okay, so it has to be balanced, yes.
Mark, here, these are the houses, community water.
Can I,
So Phil,
Susan?
That's an insult, sir. That is an insult.
the community is also here, so relax.
People forget that the members of the board, we live here also.
For many, many years, long.
So we are proposing, I want to take a vote with all of our whatevers.
Call the question.
Call the question.
But I want you to know what you're voting on.
Question has been called. What are we voting on?
We are voting on the hours, all the other stuff we put in, that it is Sunday to Wednesday till midnight. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we are giving them till two. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sorry, till two, AM.
I'm not voting.
And then if they want to come back in 6 to 9 months, they can come back. If it's all perfect and whatever, we'll give them an hour, maybe,
From the time they open, when they open.
from the time they open. That is it. Ready to call the
I'm
question?
abstaining, I'm not voting.
The question has been
Because
called.
I
It's
think
time
it's
for the
ridiculous.
vote.
All right, all in favor?
It's a nightclub.
All opposed?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see who's online. Tammy, I see you have a hand up. What, are you in favor?
I'm good. I'm gonna say yes to this and hopefully they'll be good neighbors in 6 months. Oh, and you have to put in how many private events, because they do have a line in their application that they're gonna do buyouts, so might as well give them a dozen buyouts.
Yes, that was in, that will be put in, a dozen buyouts. Okay, guys, you may not be happy, that's it.
Thank you all.
They can fight it.
So,
I will.
Thank you.
last but not least,
Hold on. Let me do this.
One more.
Now, they could do.
don't go away, anybody.
Support it.
It's my favorite lawyer, I'm
She
sorry.
said.
No.
How
was a girl.
It's like-
I want to tell you what I got. I got aggravation that we gave you, what we gave you the last
I
time.
know you did. I heard the meeting.
We
We understand that.
Yeah. But we love you.
This is the premise that most of you know is Malibu Farm. Nothing is changing, no hours are changing. Well, something is changing. What's happening is there used to be 2 stand-up bars in the pier. We're removing both of them.
The ones with the Heineken?
Yes. Both of those are gonna be gone.
Okay.
And then we're foregoing one bar altogether, right? The one, I had to be technical because of the SLA. So essentially you have an indoor bar and 2 outdoor bars right now. We're getting rid of
Indoor bar.
the indoor bars inside, right in the middle of Malibu Farm.
Okay.
Okay. So we're getting rid of the 2 on the pier, but we're adding one on the, do you want to pull the diagram? And Israel,
Yes.
we're just trying to reconfigure this because we don't want the bars on the pier anymore. We just want it closer.
Going away.
Yeah.
And one into this, which is an enclosed structure inside of the pier.
So you don't want it on the pier, tell me why.
We're gonna also refurbish the seating here as part of this. Lay down a beautiful turf that everybody can enjoy. And the existing furniture, we're talking to Gordon Park, we're gonna donate it to a park and so on and so forth. So we're just outfitting this much nicer and putting this
This
in.
is not the Tai Chi Park.
Tai Chi Park? No.
Malibu. No, I don't go to Malibu.
You pass by. It's the one, you know it, yeah, it's in the back. I go to the.
Whatever you
want.
Go out.
And your hours aren't changing or
Nothing's
anything?
changed.
Okay.
Can we call the question?
Yeah, second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Yeah.
No,
I'm done.
I had a question. Can I just ask it even though we voted?
Yes.
For the operator, because Howard Hughes came and presented about the new setup on the pier. And they told us that the bars that you had that used to be on the piers would be at the edge of the restaurant. So if you were outside, you could walk up and still get a drink. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I needed.
Relocated is that one. The other one is still staying inside.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
That was easy enough.
Thanks, good night.
Been there, done that. You're 20 years older than you are. And you know what? Your thermostat breaks and it doesn't get repaired.
Are we meeting adjourned?
Sorry to tell you.
Miriam.
Hopefully it's only 10 years.
Miriam,
I could tell you stories. Yeah.
Are we meeting adjourned or?
No, not yet.
Renewals.
I don't think there are any concerns
Can I
about.
just ask one thing about one renewal?
Yeah.
Just the 62 Thomas Street, the Buddha Bar. So just whenever they have an event, I mean, they haven't had, like, sometimes they'll put those cones out and take the few, maybe 3, like, legal spots by the weekend, you know, the thing that Tribeca Rooftop used to do, that, you know, and you can't fight the.
So
you know,
pull your car over, get out, pick up the cone.
I know, and then you
move
get.
it.
Park your car.
I understand that. There's bounces there that, you know, but I'm saying it, so I would just like to. just
When they come.
Put something in
Would
that,
you like us to write a letter?
well, I haven't seen it in a while, but I just know that when they've had events in the past, I've seen it sometimes. Maybe one occasion I had to borrow my daughter's car, so I was looking for stuff, I
Okay.
see that.
So wait till the next time, and then I can write we can write a
But
letter.
they only renew like every 2 years, right?
But
So
why did they
the next one
withdraw?
Could be a long time from now.
Like, we would, you know, like, we've done it a few times in the past, if you can please not, you know, like, put those,
But why did they withdraw?
Why did they withdraw? That's withdrawn.
no, hold on, I'm looking at the renewal.
No, they didn't
That's
withdraw.
something
This
separate.
is renewal, 62 Thomas.
This is the.
Right.
Have a renewal, that's withdrawn, they also have a renewal.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So this is the Buddha Bar, just maybe, just some suggestion, just to make, you know, that we've done it in the past.
All right, maybe we'll write a little.
But I think if you want a letter, it should be now because renewals only come up every 2 years.
Like I said, to be honest, I haven't seen it recently, but they.
Even if the letter says,
It's been done,
Yeah.
you know, when they have events there, then they'll do it.
We have noticed in the past that you have put
Can we do
cones
a
out.
letter
Yeah.
to Granite Street Tavern? You recall, one of the first venues that came up, the ones that had the yellow seats at the curbside?
Yeah.
77.
They're doing the same type of thing on the Greenwich side of that restaurant. So we can send them a letter, tell them to stop doing that.
What's the address?
Greenwich Street Tavern,
After they've been approved?
they were
for
for
sidewalk?
renewal yesterday.
What's the
The last month.
Renewal for what? For
I think
liquor?
the license and,
What's
and
the
the sign.
address?
It's Greenwich and Beach, I don't know if it's Jack and
That would be
Jones.
nice, like a general rule for these, for the
Greenwich
those things
Street
happen when any, like, club or venue, entertainment venue.
So
comes,
Mark,
they like
would
to
you do me
block
a
off
favor?
stuff in
Take a
front.
picture.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't.
Take a picture.
I mean, there's like very little space to get through. Like I said, the guys are nice guys and stuff,
Special
but,
effort to go through.
but they do
Oh, I
tend
have
to
to
take
do that.
advantage
Okay, I have to
sometimes.
look for
So
And,
it's-
and when you tell them, they'll fix it, so I
so
think
it's artisan.
I mean, I have to
they take advantage.
That's what I said. You want to tell you right now?
You wanna just send
Yeah,
it to me again?
we can get through, yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I don't think there's anything else except, Miriama, if there's something we have to add to the large venue, let's do it.
And you know, the book
Yeah.
with the Zeski lawyer, I gotta say on the record, was very insulting,
Well,
you know.
And listen, we didn't have Max, so.
He was worse than Max and Zeski put
It
together.
was very.
I'll stand on the record, I don't care.
No, but I'm also insulted by all the 1,000 names when most of them are nowhere near that.
They're worried me.
Just copy that
I
address
think
down.
even Park Road was
Where, babe? Oh, here.
because the way that area is set up, Park Road is the other side of City Hall. This side, what were this?
And I wanted to see.
Sorry.
my-
So, what I said,
We're adjourned.
Yeah,
We're just
people
talking.
turned it off.
yeah, I just wanna get on the record.
Yeah.
Precisely.
We were being very